Welcome to AS American English Center. So today's topic is the secret of 60 years of marriage. What is marriage, sir? Marriage is an institution. What is an institution? It is an organization. Okay. Marriage is a structure where a husband and wife, opposite gender, they join together. Society accepts. They live together till their death. That is what the society has formed a rule. What is marriage? A man and a woman joining together to live a life. When a man and a woman joins together to live a life, what are joining together? Two bodies are joining together. Then two minds are joining together. Body can join to each other, but mind, can it join each other? No. This person has a different mind, that person has a different mind, right? Body can join, you can give baby, children and everything, science is okay, but the mind is different. Mind is, two different mind is there. So the two different mind always has a problem, right? Always has a problem, whoever it is. Even Lord Shiva with Parvati, they had a problem. In Hinduism, Vishnu and Lakshmi, they had a problem. Queen, this Diana and her husband Charles had a problem. They divorced, in fact. So no human being in the world you can accept two minds are same, whether it is a father or mother, brother or sister, sisters, their husbands, or you with your wife, always they will have a problem. That you should accept the truth, right? This philosophy says, wonderful story, the secret of 60 years of marriage. What do you mean by 60 years of marriage? 60 years they were together, right? So till their death, it is going on, continuously going on. So now they may be around 80. At the age of 20, they might have got married, right? 80 years. So a man and a woman who had been married for more than 60 years, they had shared everything. Everything they shared together. They talked about everything. They kept no secrets from each other, no secrets at all, except that the old woman had a shoe box in the top of a closet. What do you mean by closet? A cupboard. Upon the cupboard she had a box. Who had the box? The woman had a box that she cautioned her husband. She told her husband never to open or ask her about it. You should never open the box which is about the closet. You should never open the open the shoe box. For all these years, he had never thought about the box. He never thought about the box. Who? The old man. Never thought. But one day, the little old woman got very sick. The old lady became very, very sick. And the doctor said she would not recover. The doctor said her days are numbered. She won't be able to recover. She is going to die. Who said? The doctor said to the husband. So wife was lying in the bed in trying to sort out their affairs. Affairs means what? They had some problem. So he wants to sort out the problem. The little old man took down the shoe box and took it to his wife's bedside. So the wife told, never you should take the shoe box. Only after my death you should open, or at the time of death you should open. So she was very seriously in the bed. So he took the shoe box and he comes to his wife. She agreed that it was time that he should know what was in the books. Now she told, okay, 60 years of life. He has never asked anything about the shoe box. Now this is the time she has to say about the shoe box. Now she says, okay. When he opened it, he told, okay, open the box. He opened it. He found two crocheted, doiled, and a stack of money totaling $25,000. How much money was there? $25,000. $1,000 is equal to 65,000. So $25,000 in Indian currency, it comes to what? How much? 15 lakhs. How much? 15 lakhs rupees was there as cash. How much? And what she was having? Two crocheted doiled. What do you mean by doiled? It's a dolls. Two dolls. Crocheted means it is air filled up. Dolls. Two dolls and $25,000 was there, right? Then what happened? When we were to be married, she said, when at the time of our marriage, explaining the contents of the box, my grandmother told me the secret of a happy marriage life. My grandmother, the old lady told, my grandmother told, what is the secret of a happy marriage life? Was to never argue. Number one, never argue. Husband says something, wife should accept. If wife says something, husband should accept. No argument at all. That is the secret of success. Number two, she told me that if ever got angry, whenever you are getting angry, what you have to do with you? Whenever your husband gets angry with you, or when you are getting angry with him, what you have to do? I should just keep quiet and crochet a dolly. What do you mean by crochet a dolly? Make a dolly, make a toy, right? So whenever you get angry, what you do is keep quiet and make a doll. This is what the grandmother's advice to this old lady, and she is practicing it. So the little old man was so moved. The old man was so touched. He had to fight back tears. So tears started coming out of his eyes. 60 years of life, only 2 times she got angry. That's what the old man thought, right? Only 2 times. Only 2 precious dollies were in the box. The old man was so happy. Only 2 dolls were there. She had only been angry with him 2 times in all those years of living and loving. All these years, only 2 times she has got angry. So he was moved with the tears. He almost burst with happiness. He was so happy. My wife is such a wonderful human being. Honey, he said, that explains the dollies. Okay, dollies is okay. But what about all of this money? Nearly 15 lakh rupees is there. So who gave you this money? What is this money for? And where did it come from? The old lady says, oh, she said, that is the money I made from selling the dollies. What do you mean by that? All this money, $25,000, 15 lakh rupees, all this money I gained by selling the dollies. So whenever she gets angry, what happens? She makes dollies. So negative is changed into positive. So all these positive she makes into money and keeps into the box. So husband is torturing her daily. Daily he is getting angry. Daily at least 10 times. So daily 10 dolls. In her entire lifetime she has made nearly 15 lakh rupees by making the dollies. So that much amount of anger this husband is able to give her. That much amount of disappointment she was able to face. And that grandmother says, never get angry. Whenever you get angry, make a doll. So my dear friends, nobody is escaped from problems. Every husband and wife has some problems. So the problem is instead of going in for divorce or going in for a new relationship, even there you have a problem. It is like what? Jumping out from one ocean. Inside the ocean, what is there? Whale is there to kill you. Like that it is. One side fire, one side this. So better to cope up with the earlier one. Always problems are always there. There is no escape route. This is the moral of the story. This is the philosophy of the story. Even in Hinduism, Lord Krishna or Buddha, or sorry, not Buddha, Brahma or Shiva, they had problems with their wives, right? With this, I ask you, each one of you, to come and say about this philosophy. Yes, you gentlemen, you please come forward. Are you married? Are you married? No, please start.
The story is about the secret of 60 years of marriage. A man, old man and woman lived a life for 60, married life for 60 years. They shared a lot and they don't have any secrets except a shoebox. He told to her husband, her husband, that should not open that box. It should be opened only after my death. One day, that old woman got sick and lied in a bed. This is the right time to open the box. She told her husband to open that box. His husband opened that box and took 2 crochet dollies and $25,000. He asked what it is, and that sorry. That woman replied, my grandmother told me that when you got angry, don't when you got angry, you should not react to that, and you should make a dolly. That it is, he told to his husband. His husband got tears in his eyes and asked, only two times you got angry, so there it is, $2, and asked about that dollar 25,000. Why, what it is? She replied that all this money, or because I sold all the dollies when I got angry. That shows that old man um, uh, made her angry all the times. That much money she gained. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful way of expression, but you have to be still fluent, right? Good.
Good morning. Wonderful story, the secret of 60 years of marriage. A man and woman, married life of 60 years, both the man and woman don't have any secrets or any problems till. Then only the old woman has said stored a shoe box in the closet. She stored some box in the secret. That the old woman surely said that her husband should not open the box, and the husband is accepted the woman. Woman trust. Then once a day, the woman got very sick, and the doctor said she won't be recovered. Then he took the little old woman took the shoe box from the closet, and he laid by the wife's bedside. Then the old woman said, "This is the right time to open the box." The man opened the box. He found the $2 and the $25,000. The man did not know what is this. Then she explained that my grandmother told when I was angry, I should made a crochet dollars and stored to. It's because to not to argue with him and to be quiet and to. Then the little man was so moved and back to us because there was only $2 and I have made the woman to angry only 2 times, and she was very happiness. Then the old man asked the old woman, "Honey, what's the cash is?" Then he says that sell the dollars. It has been worth of $25,000. It is a great value and great thoughts. Thank you.
Good, wonderful. Next. You have to develop your skills, you have to learn more, you have to speak more in a better way.
Good morning. The wonderful story of 16 years of marriage. The old woman and woman were married more than 16 years. They had no secrets. They have no secret except the old woman have one shoe box and a closet, and told to her husband, "Don't ask about that box." One day that he was in sick, the doctor said she did not recover. The old woman said, "This is the right time to open the box." So the husband took the box and opened it. There is a $2 and $25,000. So what about how this here? The old man replied, "My grandmother said whenever I get angry, I just quiet and make a dollies." The old man get tears in eyes and little bit of happy because she get angry in 16 years 2 times only she had think. But he asked, honey, how this money is come? Because I had sell all these dollies except to he get that he think how I angered I angered the woman.
Good.
Good afternoon, friends. The story, The Secret of 60 Marriage. A man and woman who married both and 16 years, and she said everything and she took everything and no secret in their lives. And old woman have a one secret, and she the shoebox and closet, and she said her husband to never told about her and ask about the box. And once a day the old woman said she ill and sick. The doctor come and tell the husband she have no recovers, and she is not recover. And the husband took the shoebox and take the beside the woman and open and said with her wife, and wife said open this is the good time to open the box. The man opened this box and she opened the box, and she and the man saw there in the box $25 and two dolls. The man was surprised, and she asking her mother, not mother's wife, and the wife explaining her husband's this is my grandmother told. This is my grandmother told the great how to manage the good life of marriage and good life of marriage. My grandfather told me, when your husband angry with you, so you don't argument, or you cute theirs and take and make the dolls. And after husband happy, and she told everything okay, but where's the money comes from? The wife told she, I am making the dolls when you are hungry. And the husbands and the story about the
குட் நண்பர்களே, ஏஎஸ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆங்கில வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். கதைகள் மூலமாக தத்துவத்தை சொல்லக்கூடிய இந்த வகுப்பு, மாணவர்களும் அதை பேசுகிறார்கள். ஸோ நண்பர்களே, இந்த கதையின் மூலமாக நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ளக்கூடிய தத்துவம் என்ன என்று பார்க்கிற பொழுது, திருமணம் என்பது ஒரு நிறுவனம். திருமணம் என்பது ஒரு ஆணும் பெண்ணும் சேர்கிறார்கள். திருமணம் என்பது இரண்டு உடம்புகள் மட்டுமல்ல, இரண்டு இதயங்கள் மட்டுமல்ல, இரண்டு மூளைகளும் மனதும் சேர்கிறது. மனதும் எப்பொழுதும் ஒன்றாக சேராது, ரெண்டும் தனித்தன்மை வாய்ந்தது. ஸோ ரெண்டு பேர்த்துக்கும் தனித்தனி ஆசைகள், பாசங்கள், விஷயங்கள் இருக்கும். எந்த அளவு ஒத்துப்போக முடியுமோ அந்த அளவு தான் ஒத்துப்போக முடியும். பாக்கி நேரங்களிலெல்லாம் அந்த கோபதாபத்தை நாம் அடக்கி ஆள வேண்டும், ஒரு திருமணம் வெற்றி அடைய வேண்டும் என்றால். ஸோ இங்கே பார்த்தீர்கள் என்றால், ஒரு ஆணும் பெண்ணும் 60 ஆண்டு காலம் சந்தோஷமாக வாழ்கிறார்கள். இந்த 60 ஆண்டு காலமாக அந்த பெண்மணி என்ன செய்கிறாள்? தன்னுடைய வீட்டிலே தன்னுடைய அலமாரிக்கு மேலே ஒரு சிறு பெட்டி வைத்திருக்கிறாள். இந்த கணவனும் கேட்கிறான், என்ன அந்த பெட்டியில் இருக்கிறது என்று சொல்ல அந்த மனைவி சொல்கிறாள், நான் சாகும் வரை நீ கேட்கக்கூடாது, அதில் என்ன இருக்கிறது, ஏன் அந்த பெட்டி இருக்கிறது என்று. அந்த கணவனும் அதன்படியே நடந்து கொள்கிறான். ஒரு நாள் அந்த பெண் தன்னுடைய மரண படுக்கையிலே கிடைக்கிறாள். ஸோ இதுதான் சரியான நேரம் என்று அந்த பெண் அந்த கணவனை அழைத்து, அந்த பெட்டியை கொண்டு வா, நான் உன்னிடம் ஒன்று சொல்ல வேண்டும் என்று சொல்ல, கணவனும் அந்த பெட்டியை எடுத்து வருகிறான். இன்று அல்லது நாளை இறக்கப் போகக்கூடிய தன்னுடைய மனைவி என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புகிறாள் என்று பார்க்க ஆசைப்படுகிறான். மனைவி கணவனை அந்த பெட்டியை திறக்க சொல்கிறாள். அந்த பெட்டியை திறந்து பார்க்கிற பொழுது 2 பொம்மைகள் இருக்கிறது. மறுபடியும் $25,000, அமெரிக்க டாலர்கள், $25,000 என்று சொல்கிற பொழுது இந்திய பண மதிப்பீட்டில் அது 15 லட்சம் ரூபாய் வருகிறது. 15 லட்சம் அல்ல, அப்படித்தானே? ஆமாம், 15 லட்சம் ரூபாயும் 2 பொம்மைகளும் இருக்கிறது. கணவன் வியப்படைகிறான். மனைவியிடம் கேட்கிறான், என்ன இது 2 பொம்மையும் 15 லட்சம் ரூபாய் பணமும் இருக்க? அந்த பெண் மனைவி சொல்கிறாள், என்னுடைய பாட்டி அம்மா எனக்கு வாழ்க்கை திருமண வாழ்க்கை வெற்றி அடைவதற்காக சில சூத்திரங்களும் சில மந்திரங்களையும் சில விஷயங்களையும் சொல்லி இருக்கிறார்கள். என்ன என்று அவர் கேட்க, எப்பொழுதெல்லாம் கணவனுடன் கோபமாக தாபமாக எரிச்சல் படுகிறாயோ அப்பொழுதெல்லாம் ஒரு பொம்மையை செய்து அந்த பெட்டியில் வைத்து விடு என்று என்னுடைய பாட்டியார் சொன்னார்கள் என்று இந்த பெண்மணி சொல்கிறாள் கணவனிடம். கணவன் சந்தோஷப்படுகிறான், மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறான். 60 ஆண்டு கால வாழ்க்கையிலே 2 முறைதான் என்னுடைய மனைவி கோபப்பட்டு இருக்கிறாள். நான் இந்த அளவு சந்தோஷத்தையும் மகிழ்ச்சியையும் என் மனைவிக்கு கொடுத்திருக்கிறேன் என்று நினைத்து சந்தோஷப்படுகிறான். மறுபடியும் கேட்கிறான் மனைவியிடம். அங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த $25,000 15 லட்சம் ரூபாய், அந்த பணம் எங்கிருந்து வந்தது, அது என்ன, அதனுடைய ரகசியம் என்ன என்று இந்த கணவன் மனைவியிடம் கேட்க, மனைவி சொல்கிறாள், எப்பொழுதெல்லாம் உண்மையில் கோபப்பட்டனோ அப்பொழுதெல்லாம் நான் பொம்மைகள் செய்து 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 அத்தனை பொம்மைகளையும் விற்று 15 லட்சம் ரூபாய் அளவு பணத்தை ஈட்டினேன். அந்த அளவு மேல் கோபப்பட்டேன் என்று சொல்ல கணவன் அதிர்கிறான், ஆச்சரியப்படுகிறான். ஸோ நண்பர்களே, மனமும் எப்பொழுதும் ஒவ்வொருவருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு மனம்தான் இருக்கிறோம். அது கொஞ்சம் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு போகலாம், அனுசரித்து செல்லலாமே ஒழிய முழுமையாக 2 மனங்கள் ஒன்றுடன் ஒன்று கலக்காது. அது கூடிய விரைவிலே இது தனித்தன்மை வாய்ந்தது, இந்த மனம் தனித்தன்மை வாய்ந்தது. அது தாயாக இருந்தாலும் தந்தையாக இருந்தாலும் மகனாக இருந்தாலும் அப்பாவாக இருந்தாலும் காதலனாக இருந்தாலும் காதலியாக இருந்தாலும் ஒவ்வொருவருக்கும் தனிப்பட்ட மனது இருக்கிறது. அதுதான் தனித்துவம் வாய்ந்தது. ஸோ மனதும் எப்பொழுதும் இணையாது. அனுசரித்து வேணாலும் செல்லலாமே ஒழிய அனுசரித்து செல்கிற பொழுது என்ன ஆகிவிடுகிறது, அவர்களுக்கு தகுந்தபடி போகிற பொழுது உன்னுடைய தனிப்பட்ட பர்சனாலிட்டியை, உன்னுடைய தனிப்பட்ட கேரக்டரை நீ விட்டு கொடுத்து போக வேண்டிய நிலைமை வருகிறது. நீ விட்டு கொடுத்து போகிற பொழுது உன்னுடைய தனித்தன்மை வெளிப்படாது. இதுதான் இந்த கதையினுடைய தத்துவம். Hope you are able to understand. Thank you very much. Dear friends, welcome to AS American English Center. Moral stories. We have come here to the story number 32. Dear folks, this story tells about people around us. They always try to discourage us. They don't want to leave us, especially our loved ones. Who are the people who are discouraging you? It is not your enemies. It is your loved ones, your best friends, your family members, because they don't want to leave you. Suppose if you go out of them, then they won't be able to have you. So they want you to be with them. So they always say discourage you for certain motivation. So discouragement, don't bother about the discouragement. All the negatives, take it as a positive. This is the philosophy. A short inspirational, motivational, moral stories for all. A frog decided to reach the top of a tree. My dear friends, a frog decided to reach the top of a tree. A man wants to be successful, right? From him, a man from Rameshwaram want to be what is that? Rocket man, right? And not an ordinary man. He wants to be a rocket man. See the story. A frog wants to reach the top of a tree. A ordinary conductor wants to be a superstar, right? An ordinary fellow who is in a village wants to be the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi, right? So what are the difficulties and sufferings they undergo? Next, all frogs shouted. This frog wants to climb the top of the tree. All the frogs shouted. What did they shout? It is impossible. It is impossible. It is not possible. So one man wants to achieve something, he tries something, everybody is saying it's impossible, it is waste of time. So still the frog reached the top. The frog is able to climb and reach the top. How is it possible? Because the frog was deaf. The frog was deaf. The frog is not able to hear anything what other frogs are saying. And he thought everyone was encouraging him. The frog, the deaf frog was thinking what? All the frogs are encouraging him to reach the top. So be deaf. Always be deaf, my dear friends, to negative thoughts. Others may say anything. Don't bother. Even if they say stupid, nonsense, idiot about you, think it as positive. When you want to achieve something, when you're going on that way, others will laugh at you, others will try to insult you, others will mock at you, others will gossip you, others will tell lies about you. Don't bother. Be deaf. Think always they are encouraging you, they are supporting you, they are cheering you. Never think they are discouraging you. Be deaf for their negative wordings. If your aim is to reach your goal, if you want to reach your goal, then what you have to do? You have to be deaf to what others are saying. Hope you are able to understand this philosophy. This is what you have to do in your day-to-day life, right? People, friends, relations, your colleagues, the people, everybody try to mock you, but don't give ears for them. Be deaf. With this philosophy, I request you gentlemen to come forward and tell, in your own experience, have you undergone this type of experience? Have you been deaf, or have you yielded for what others are saying and you remain as you are? Yes, please look at the camera. Come here, come closer and say, because one side we are taking. Yes, look at the camera and speak.
It's a short inspirational, motivational and moral stories for all.
Turn the side and speak.
A frog decided to reach the top of the tree. All frogs shouted, "It is impossible, it is impossible." But that frog reached the top of the tree because it's deaf. She thought all frogs are encouraging her. So she reached the top of the tree and achieved. Be deaf to negative thoughts if your aim is to reach your goal. Thank you.
Okay.
A short inspirational and a motivational and moral story. It's a story, but I have not been encouraged or discouraged, but I have not been any to reach the goal or in. But I have seen my friend, which is reached to goal to the project, my final year project. Every teachers and every headmasters are said, it is impossible to you to create, but he is very confident about him and he reached the goal. And he reached the goal and he finished the project before the final year project itself. Then the college staffs bring down the project to the college and they get encouraged and it is very inspirational to me. Thank you.
So, come. So, dear friends, welcome to AS American English Center. So, I think you know one girl called Deepika Padukone, one actress, right? When she wants to act in the movies, everybody were telling, you look dark, you don't look good at all. How are you going to be an actress? Discouraged her. She took a house in Mumbai, she tried, and her movies have become best, and now she is the top heroine. Amitabh Bachchan, he was so tall, everybody were telling, you are fit only for sweeping the floor, top roof, you are such tall man, and you are not fit to be an actor. But that man tried his best, he worked, and he became a superstar. Still, he is the #1 actor in India, right? And one Mr. Rajinikanth, he is so dark, everybody were mocking him, but he told, yes, I am going to be a superstar. When everybody were discouraging, he fought for it and became a what? A superstar. Mr. Modi, a tea man, everybody discouraged him, but still he was not bothered and he became Obama. So thousands and thousands of examples are there. When you want to try, be deaf for what others say. So நண்பர்களே, ஏஸ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆங்கில வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். ஒரு தத்துவ கதை. இந்த கதையின் தத்துவம் மூலமாக ஒரு தவளை ஒரு மரத்தின் உயரத்திற்கு செல்ல ஆசைப்படுகிறது. மரத்தின் மேலே ஏறுகிறது. அனைத்து தவளைகளும் கத்துகிறது, உன்னால் முடியாது, உன்னால் முடியாது, உன்னால் முடியாது என்று. மற்ற தவளைகள் கத்த, இந்த தவளை மேலே ஏறி மரத்தினுடைய உச்சிக்கு சென்று விட்டது. மரத்திற்கு உச்சிக்கு சென்று அங்கிருந்து கீழே இருக்கக்கூடிய தவளைகளை பார்த்து டாட்டா காண்பிக்கிறது. கீழே இருக்கக்கூடிய தவளைகள் முடியாது முடியாது என்று சொல்ல இந்த தவளை மட்டும் எப்படி மேலே சென்றது என்று பார்க்கிற பொழுது அந்த தவளைக்கு காது கேட்காது. இந்த தவளை என்ன நினைத்துக் கொள்கிறது, நாம் மரம் ஏற ஏற மற்ற தவளைகள் நம்மை உற்சாகப்படுத்துகிறது என்று எண்ணத்திலே அது மரத்தில் ஏறிவிடுகிறது. ஸோ அந்த தவளைக்கு மட்டும் காதுகள் இருந்தால் கீழே பயத்திலே வந்திருக்கும். ஸோ நண்பர்களே, நாம் வாழ்க்கையிலே புதியதை சாதிக்க செல்கிற பொழுது மற்றவர்கள் இகழ்வார்கள், கிண்டல் செய்வார்கள், கேலி செய்வார்கள், வேதனைப்படுத்துவார்கள். அவர்கள் பேசக்கூடிய பேச்சுக்களை நாம் கேட்டால் என்ன ஆகிவிடும், நம்மளுடைய எல்லையை லட்சியத்தை அடைய முடியாது. ஸோ அந்த நேரத்தில் இந்த தவளை, காது கேட்காத இந்த தவளையை போல் செவிட்டு தவளையாக மாறிவிடு. அப்பொழுதுதான் உன்னுடைய லட்சியத்தை அடைவாய். ஸோ இது அன்றாடும் நம் வாழ்க்கையில் நாம் சந்திக்கக்கூடிய இந்த அனுபவங்கள். ஹோப் யூ ஆர் ஏபிள் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். நீ அடுத்து வரக்கூடிய வீடியோக்களில் நாம் மற்றவைகளை பார்ப்போம். Dear friends, welcome to AS American Story number 33. It's the moral stories, heart-melting stories. These stories touch your heart. These stories touch your soft side of your heart and makes a transformation in you. Dear folks, a woman was admitted in a hospital, and as she was suffering from brain tumor. A woman was admitted in a hospital. She was suffering from brain tumor, and her son and relatives were around her. Who are there? Son and relatives. She died within a few hours. Her son cried the whole day and he became ill. The son was crying and he became ill. He returned home the next day and found a letter on the table beside his mother's bed. So mother died. Son was so sad. Next day he comes. There was a paper, something written on the mother's bed, in the side of the mother's bed. A letter was there. Surprisingly, it also had a few tablets. What else was there? Few tablets also was there, right? So here, his hands trembled as he read. His hands trembled as he read. What did he read? Take these tablets, dear. Mother has written before the death, take the tablets, dear. So I know you catch a cold easily after crying. After crying, you always get cold. So I know after my death you will cry. After crying you get cold. So love mom. So I have written this. What is that? Take these tablets, dear. So no matter in what condition mothers are, they always care about their children. The mothers care about their children. So kindly respect and love your mother. So God, we don't need you anymore. This is one of the philosophy. God was sitting in heaven one day when a scientist said to him, what is that? When a scientist said to him, God, we don't need any more. Science has finally figured out a way to create life out of nothing. In other words, we can now do what you did in the beginning. So man said, a scientist said to God, come on, stop it. I can do what you can do. I can give life. And she goes, is that so? Tell me, replies God. Well, says the scientist, we can take dirt and form it into it, thus creating man. We can take dirt and we can create man. Who says? The scientist says, and breathe life into it, and I can give life. Who says? Man says, thus creating man. Well, that's very interesting. Show me. So the scientist bends down to the earth and starts to mold the soil into the shape of a man. No, interrupts God. Get your own dirt. So it is you should make from your own dirt. That dirt also belongs to me. Hope you're able to understand. So God says, he can. So the man says, you are creating man, but I can create. I can take some dirt and create a man. So he takes the dirt and creates a man. So God, he wants to show to God. So he takes the dirt and he creates a man by giving life. God said, no, create your own dirt. Even the dirt is created by God. This is what the philosophy is all about. Hope you are able to understand the mother's love. Are you clear, sir? Please come forward. Go to that side.
Friends, it's a heart-melting story. A woman was admitted in a hospital and she was suffered by a brain tumor. Her relatives and her son and relatives are around her. She died after a few hours. His son cried a lot and whole day, and he caught with cold. After that, he returned to home next day. he saw a letter beside the table, beside her mother's bed, and a few tablets. He took the letter and read it. That her mother wrote, "My dear son, I know you caught with the cold due to crying because of my death. So please take these tablets." The son cried and kindly respect, love your mother. Thank you.
Yes.
A small philosophy between the God and scientist. The scientist said, God, we don't need you anymore. Because we can create your life, we can create the life which you do, and we can create it from the beginning itself. The God said, how will you create? We can create from the dirt, and we can and it will mold into the soil, and we can give the life. Then the God says, can you show me how? The scientists get from the soil and the mold it. The God had interrupted. No. It is my dirt. Use your own dirt. Thank you.
ஸோ நண்பர்களே, அமெரிக்கன் கதைகள் மூலமாக சொல்லக்கூடிய தத்துவ கதைகளுக்கு வந்திருக்கிறீர்கள். இந்த கதை 33 என்ன சொல்கிறது? தாயினுடைய அன்பு, தாயினுடைய பாசம். இங்கே ஒரு தாய் மூளையிலே கேன்சர், மூளையிலே கட்டி ஏற்பட்டு ஆஸ்பத்திரியில் கிடைக்கிறாள். மகனும் தன்னுடைய சொந்தக்காரர்களும் அவளை சுற்றி இருக்கிறார்கள். தாய் இறக்கிறாள். மகன் வேதனைப்படுகிறான், அழுகிறான், நாள் முழுக்க அழுகிறான். அடுத்த நாள் தன்னுடைய அன்னையினுடைய அறைக்கு செல்கிற பொழுது அந்த மேஜையிலே ஒரு கடிதம் எழுதப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. அந்த கடிதத்தில் என்ன எழுதியிருக்கிறது? மகனே, அங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த மருந்தை சாப்பிடு. அழுது முடித்தவுடன் உனக்கு சளி பிடித்து விடும், உனக்கு காய்ச்சல் பிடித்து விடும். ஆக இந்த டேப்லெட் மருந்துகளை சாப்பிடு என்று தான் சாவதற்கு முன்னால், தான் செற்றால் மகன் அழுவான், மகன் அழுதால் அவனுக்கு சளி பிடிக்கும். அந்த சளிக்கு குணப்படுத்துவதற்காக அந்த மருந்தை அவள் எழுதிவிட்டு செல்கிறாள். ஸோ இதுதான் ஒரு தாயினுடைய அன்பும் பாசமும். ஸோ இந்த தாயினுடைய அன்பும் பாசத்தை பற்றியும் சொல்லக்கூடிய கதையாக முதல் கதை இருக்கிறது. இரண்டாவது கதை, கடவுள் என்ன செய்கிறார்? மனிதனை படைத்தார். இப்பொழுது மனிதன் குளோனிங் மூலமாக மனிதனை படைக்கக்கூடிய ஆற்றலை பெற்றிருக்கிறான். ஸோ கடவுள் மனிதனை படைத்தான். மனிதன் கடவுளிடம் சொல்கிறான், நீ செய்யக்கூடிய வேலையை இப்பொழுது நான் செய்யக்கூடிய ஆற்றலை பெற்றிருக்கிறேன். என்ன செய்கிறாய்? எப்படி உயிர் பெற வைப்பாய் அப்படி என்று கேட்க, மண்ணை எடுத்து குழப்பி அதை வடிவமைத்து அதற்கு உயிர் மூச்சு குடிக்கிற பொழுது அது உயிர் பெற்று விடுகிறது. அது ஒரு பெரிய சாதனை அல்ல என்று சொல்ல, கடவுள் சரி நீ செய்து காண்பி என்று சொல்ல, மனிதன் மண்ணை எடுக்கிறான், பிழிகிறான், அமைக்கிறான். கடவுள் சொல்கிறார், இல்லை, உன்னுடைய சொந்த மண்ணை நீ செய் என்று. ஆக இதனுடைய தத்துவம் எதனுடைய மூலமும் அது கடவுளுடைய மூலம்தான். அந்த மண் கூட அந்த கடவுளினுடைய மூலம்தான். ஸோ அந்த உயிர் கொடுத்தாலும் அந்த மூலம் பார்த்தீர்கள் என்றால் அது கடவுளிடமிருந்து பெறக்கூடியது என்று இந்த கதை சொல்லுகிறது. Hope you are able to understand. Are you clear? Thank you very much. Dear friends, welcome to his American English Center. Take your book, storybook. We have come here to the video number 34, story number 34. Dear friends, the moral stories. We teach English through moral stories. Through morality stories, you change your attitude, you change your behavior, you change your character. So, wonderful moral stories is what we are teaching here. Now, the moral of the story is, we human being, we give much importance for what? Morning to night is for money. Your entire life goes in for search of money, power, position, status. This is what the first priority we give, isn't it, sir? Number 2 priority, what do you give? Second, it is all your friends and family members. Number 3rd priority, you give to your wife and children, your family members, right, sir? So first priority we give for status, power, position, what others will think of you. You want to create an image, a brand of you. That is the first important thing which you do. Second is for relations, and third is for your family member, and fourth alone you think about yourself, right? So here, the fourth, that is you, is the soul. Is it the anma? It is the conscience. It is your inner, what you are. The body is something. It comes and goes. But the inner being, your character, it is your, who you are, that insideness, that who you are, that you are not concentrating. You are looking at everything, but you are not looking, closing your eyes and going deep and finding out who you are. There we are giving importance, right, sir? So, money, power and position, it is just last thing which we have to think about, but we give importance for those things. Relation and friends, we give much importance. Family, we give very much importance. You have to give importance only for you first. Only then, who? Your family members. After that, your relations and friends. After that, the least is your status, power, education, whatever it is. But your parents are forcing you to concentrate on the fourth one. What is the fourth one? It is the money which you earn, education which you study, all those type of, status, power, position. It is not at all important. That's the moral of the story. A very inspiring short story. Man with 4 wives. Once upon a time, there was a rich king. Once upon a time, there was a rich king who had 4 wives. So the king had how many wives? 4 wives. Rich king. He loved the 4th wife the most, and adorned her with rich robes and treated her to the finest of delicacies. So 4th wife he liked the most and treated her royally, right, sir? He gave her nothing but the best. He gave all the best. He also loved the 3rd wife very much and was always showing her off to neighboring kingdoms. So 3rd wife also he loved very much. However, he feared that one day she would leave him for another. He was always frightened that 3rd wife will leave him and go away. He also loved his 2nd wife. She was his confidant and was always kind, considerate and patient with him. So his 2nd wife is considerate, confident and very patient with him. Whenever the king faced a problem, he could confide in her. Whenever he had problem, he would go to his 2nd wife and she would help him get through the difficult times, right, sir? So it is the which wife? First wife. It is he has come to 4th wife, then he has come to 3rd wife, then he has come to 2nd wife. Now coming to the 1st wife, that is the senior queen. The king's 1st wife was a very loyal partner and had made great contributions in maintaining his wealth and kingdom. So 1st wife is the main wife. She has concentrated on his wealth and kingdom. So, however, he didn't love his 1st wife. For this fellow didn't love the 1st wife. Although she loved him deeply, the 1st wife loved him very deeply, but he didn't love his 1st wife. He hardly took notice of her. One day the king fell ill and he knew his time was short. So one day he was not feeling well. He was very sure that he is going to die. So he thought of his luxurious life and wondered, I now have 4 wives with me, but when I die, I will be all alone. Now we came to know the truth. I am going to die. All my 4 wives, I was thinking, part of me. Now I am going to go alone, and all 4 wives will be separated from me. There he comes to know the truth. Thus he asked the 4th wife. He asked his 4th wife, I have loved you the most. That young girl whom he loved the most, enjoyed you with the finest clothing and showered great care over you. So I gave you the best clothes, best ornaments. I showed love to you. Now that I am dying, will you follow me and keep me company? So will you come with me to heavens? Are you ready to die with me? His 4th wife, what did she say? No way, no chance at all. Who says? His 4th wife says, replied the 4th wife, and she walked away without another word. Not even saying another word, she went away. So her answer cut like a sharp knife right into his heart. So his 4th wife's answer, it was like as if it is piercing his heart. So the sad king then asked his 3rd wife, what did he ask? I have loved you all my life. Now that I am dying, will you follow me and keep me company? He's asking his third wife, I'm going to die, will you be with me? And the third wife says, no, replied the third wife, life is too good. When you die, I'm going to remarry. His heart sank and turned cold. So the third wife said, no, after your death, I'm going to remarry. First wife, fourth wife, she didn't even answer. The third wife, at least she answered by saying, no, I'm not going to come, I'm going to remarry. He then asked the second wife, I have always turned to you for help and you have always been there for me. When I die, will you follow me and keep me company? So after my death, will you come and join me? Will you give company? And the second wife says, I'm sorry, I can't help you out this time, replied the second wife. At the very most, I can only send to your grave. So second wife says, I can come only to grave with you. So a answer came like a bolt of lightning, and the king was devastated. What do you mean by devastated? Shocked, right? Shocked. So then a voice called out, I will leave with you and follow you no matter where you go. So second wife also ditched. Somewhere one voice comes, I will leave with you, I will come with you and follow you no matter where you go. Wherever you go, I will come with you. Who says? The king looked up and there was his first wife. She was so skinny and she suffered from malnutrition. Means what? Not proper food is given to first wife. So she was like that. With weak voice she was saying, and neglect. Greatly grieved, the king said, I should have taken much better care of you when I had the chance. So far I have not taken care of you. I should have taken care of you. That is my mistake. In truth, what happened? We all have 4 wives in our lives. In our lives, each one of us have 4 wives. Who are they? Our 4th wife is our body. 4th wife is our body. This is our body. No matter how much time and effort we lavish in making it look good, it will leave us when we die, right? So the 4th wife is our body. Whatever makeup you do, whatever exercise you do, whatever you take care of the skin and everything, one day this is going to go. This is the 4th wife. And the 3rd wife is our possessions. What are our possessions, sir? Status and wealth. 3rd wife. When we die, it will all go to others, right? Whether it is a prime minister post, whether it is a king's post, whether it is a chief minister, whether it is a manager, proprietor, whether you are a Tata, Birla or Ambani, whatever it is, by death it goes away from you. That is the 3rd wife. And our 2nd wife is our family and friends. No matter how much they have been there for us, the furthest they can stay by us is up to grave. Family and friends, whatever it is, they can come up to only the grave and not further. Up to the grave they will come. And our first wife is our soul. Soul means what? What we are, what is inside us, often neglected in pursuit of wealth. Our soul, we are fully concentrating on search of money and wealth and power and position. Power and position and the pleasures of the world. However, our soul is the only thing that will follow us wherever we go. So wherever we go, it is only our soul. So the 4th wife is our body. 3rd wife is our power, status and position. It goes off. Body dies off. And the 2nd is our family and members. To an extent they can come. And you alone, you are born single and you go single. You are unique. No other duplicate is there. So live a life of your own. That is the philosophy here. Take care of yourself, take care of your soul, and don't bother about the power, position or body or whatever you are, and don't have an inferiority complex that I am dark, I am short, I am tall, I am fat. You are what you are. It goes off for anybody and everybody, right, sir? With this we shall start our philosophy, and please take that mic. Yes. So my dear friends, this is the most important in the present day world, where everybody are longing for status, power and position. You can find people committing suicides when they fail in their examination. We can find the cosmetic industry is growing up in such a proportion, like people spend lot of money to develop their looks and outlook, right, sir? So let us start with the group discussion. Yes, come forward and tell what you are able to understand from this philosophy. Look at the camera and speak.
The inspiring story. The man with 4 wives. Once upon a time, the king who had 4 wives, he loved the 4th wife very most. He gave the ornaments and many things, and he loved the 3rd wife. And all he gave the neighbor countries and etc. He loved and he also loved the 2nd wife. When he have any problem, he had cleared all difficulties. And the first wife was very loyal partner, and he had a great contribution maintaining the wealth and kingdom. However, the king not like the first wife, he loved very much deeply. One day the king was very ill. He know his lifetime was short, so he felt that when I die, I was alone. He asked the 4th wife, when I die, you will accompany me. The 4th wife did not reply another word. He went out. The sad king asked the 3rd wife, when I die, you will accompany me. The 3rd wife also replied, the life is short, I will remarried. The king was devastated. The king asked the 2nd wife, when I die, you will follow me and company. The 3rd wife answered, I will come to the grave only. The king then asked the king asked the son, I will come you wherever you go. The answer replied by the first wife. He said, first wife, where you go, I will come. So the 4th wife is like body. When we die, it live out. The 3rd wife is like a property, position and status. When we leave, it go to another. The 2nd wife is like family and friends. They will come to the grave. First wife is like a soul. Wherever we go, it will come. Thank you.
Yes, Eugene. It's okay. Come. Yes, speak.
Hello. This is a very interesting short story. It's about a king and his 4 wives. So he loved his 4th wife more than the other 3. And he gave his best to the 4th wife, comparing to the other 3 wives. His king's first wife was very loyal, and she loved him the most, but he didn't consider her. And coming to his 2nd wife, she was his confidant. He will go to her at the odd times, whenever he has a problem and needs her.
Okay, just say whatever comes in your mind.
So as it goes on, at this last time he asked his 4th wife, will she come with him till his grave, beyond his grave? She didn't even reply, and it was like stabbing his heart using a sharp knife.
Third wife says.
So he went and asked his third wife.
She says, I want to remarry.
She
second wife?
Second wife, she told she will come to his grave, and suddenly he heard a voice that
I'll be there.
I'll be with you till and after your death. And it was her first wife, whom he didn't take care, was not giving a proper food.
So fourth wife is our body.
And the third wife is the possession status and the power. Second wife is our family and friends.
And the
first wife is
the soul. What you are. Okay, please, gentlemen, come forward. You can say the essence. That's enough, huh?
Good morning, friends. It's a short story about a man with four wives. King loved four wives. Then he asked each and every wife about, will you follow me after my death? The three wives, fourth wife, third wife, and second wife replied that no, I won't come. I will get married. And one wife told, I will come up to your graveyard, but not with you. Suddenly a voice came from somewhere that I will come with you wherever you go. I will follow you. This is the voice from first wife. Like that, everyone has four wives in the wives. First wife, fourth wife is our body that will die, and third wife is our status and position and wealth. It will stay where it is. And second wife is our family and friends. It will come to our graveyard, but not with us. Only our soul will come with us wherever we go. That's the moral of the story.
Good morning, friends. The story about a king and her four wives. She most love her four wives, and she cares about four wives. She third wife she also love him third wives, and second wife is her confidence, and first wife is a loyal partner. She also caring about king and her wealth, and what not king love her, and in after a year the king wife fell ill, and she thought my life is short, and she wondered about her luxury life, and she questioned about the fourth wife, and she told, I was gonna to die. You will come with him. You will come with me. The wife said that no, and she was leave the room and go away. And she asked the second in sad, and she asked her third wife, and told, I will gonna die. You will come with me. You company with me. The wife told, life is too good. I am when you die, I will remarry. And king was sad and cold, and she asked for second wife, and she asked, you will help me every time when I was in difficulties. And the wife said that I am always with you for a grave. And she also the king was distracted and devastated, and king was devastated. Then a voice called out, and this voice,
say the essence, what is important, each and everything is not.
and this is a voice of the first wife, and she told, I am going with you. Where you going? No matter where you going. And this is story moral. Everyone's have four wives, and it's the fourth part of body is our fourth wife is our body. When we die, she leave our, and the third wife is our status, possessive and status, and our second wife is our parents, and she also for her within grave, and she leave him, and last is our soul. She also with her, and that's
good. நண்பர்களே, ஏஸ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆங்கில வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். இந்த மாரல் ஸ்டோரிஸ் மூலமாக கம்யூனிகேஷன் டெவலப்மெண்ட் கிளாஸ்க்கு வந்திருக்கிறீர்கள். ஸோ இங்கே கதையில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு ராஜாவுக்கு 4 மனைவிகள் இருக்கிறார்கள். அந்த ராஜா தன்னுடைய 4வது மனைவி, இளம் மனைவி, அவளை நேசிக்கிறார். இரண்டாவதாக 3வது மனைவியை அடுத்ததாக நேசிக்கிறார். அடுத்ததாக 2வது மனைவி. முதல் மனைவியை அவர் நேசிப்பதே இல்லை. ஒரு நாள் மரணப்படுக்கையிலே இந்த ராஜா விழுந்து விடுகிறார். தான் எப்பொழுது சாவோம் என்று அறியாத நேரத்திலே அவர் தன்னுடைய மனைவிகளை அழைத்து சென்று விடுவோம் மேல் உலகத்திற்கு என்று நினைக்கிறார். 4வது மனைவியை கூப்பிடுகிறார். என்னுடன் சாவுக்கு பிறகு வருகிறாயா என்று கேட்க அந்த ராணி வர முடியாது என்று சொல்கிறார். நான் ரொம்ப இளமையானவனாக இருக்கிறேன் என்று. மூன்றாவது மனைவியை கேட்க அவரும் வர முடியாது என்று சொல்ல, இரண்டாவது மனைவி உன்னுடன் இடுகாட்டுக்கு வரைக்கும் வருகிறேன் என்று சொல்ல, முதல் மனைவி நான் வருகிறேன் உங்களுடன் என்று சொல்கிறார். ஸோ இந்த கதையின் தத்துவத்தின்படி பார்க்கிற பொழுது இந்த நான்காவது மனைவி என்பது நம்மளுடைய உடலுக்கு அதிக முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்கிறோம். மூன்றாவது மனைவி என்பது நம்மளுடைய சொந்தம். இஸ் இட் இல்ல, பவர், பொசிஷன், மணி, கார், பங்களா, பவர், அது வேண்டும் இது வேண்டும் என்று அழைக்கிறோம். இன்று ஒருவரிடம் இருக்கும், இன்னொரு நாள் மற்றவர்களிடம் இருக்கும். இரண்டாவது மனைவி என்பது நம்மளுடைய சொந்த பந்தங்கள், அவர்கள் நம்மளுடைய இடுகாடு வரைக்கும் வருவார்கள். முதல் மனைவி என்பது நம்மளுடைய ஆன்மா. நாம் எதற்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்கிறோம்? முதலாவதாக நம்ம ஆன்மாவுக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்க வேண்டும். நம்ம ஆன்மாவை துடிக்க வைக்கிறோம், துயரப்பட வைக்கிறோம், வேதனைப்பட வைக்கிறோம். அந்த ஆன்மாவிற்கு நிம்மதியான தூக்கத்தை நாம் அளிப்பதில்லை. அதற்கு முதல் முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்க வேண்டும். இரண்டாவதாக நம் சொந்த பந்தம், மூன்றாவதாக அந்த பவர் பொசிஷன், நான்காவதாகத்தான் இந்த உடம்புக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்க வேண்டுமே ஒழிய இந்த உடம்பு தான் அனைத்தும் என்பது இல்லை. அது மறைந்துவிட கூடியது, ஆன்மா நிலைத்து நிற்கக்கூடியது. ஸோ ஆன்மாவிற்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்க வேண்டும். Hope you are able to understand this philosophy. Are you clear about it, sir? Thank you very much. Dear friends, welcome to A's American Personality Development Center. Dear folks, stories told to inspire you, stories are told to motivate you, stories are told to change your habits and behaviors and move in for a better world, move in for a better thought, move in for a better thinking, right, sir? So what's the difference between love and marriage? Everybody have a question about love. What is love? What is love, especially with the opposite sex? And what do you mean by marriage? Marriage is an institution, isn't it? It has an almost, in the world, most of the men and women legalize and they live together. It is called marriage. So what's the difference between love and marriage? This is the topic. It's an awesome story, difference in love and marriage. A student asks a teacher, what is love? A student comes to a teacher and asks, teacher, what is love? And the teacher said, in order to answer your question, go to the wheat field. You go to the wheat field and choose the biggest wheat and come back. So the teacher says, you want to know meaning of love, go to the wheat field, pick the biggest wheat and come back, a wheat plant, and come back. So the rule is, one rule it should be followed. What is the rules? You can go through them only once and cannot turn back to pick. Able to understand? See, you are first finding out a wheat, you think it is big and you want to go in for search of another wheat. You go there, but you are not supposed to pick the earlier one, right? Once you have seen, that is over, missed it, you cannot come back to the earlier one. So that is the rule number one. What is the rule number? You have to go watch it and see it, and you cannot come back to the earlier one. You should keep on finding out, but you cannot come back to the earlier one. The student went to the field, he gone through first row, right? First row is there, he just sees, he saw one big wheat, he saw, but he wonders maybe there is bigger one over there. First row he sees a big wheat is there, then he sees, then he thinks, let me pack, no, let me go in for further and see bigger wheat is there. So he goes on, moves on to the second row, he moves on to the third row, he moves on to the fourth row. Each row he finds one wheat is bigger, then he thinks this might be bigger than the other wheat, so let me go in for one other row, but he shouldn't come back to the previous row. But he wonders maybe there's a bigger one later. Then he saw another bigger one, he has seen another bigger wheat, but maybe there's an even bigger one waiting for him. He thought still there is some other wheat bigger than that. So later when he finished more than half of the wheat field, so 50% of hundreds of rows of wheat he has finished. He has come to the center field to start to realize that the wheat is not as big as the previous one he saw. So the first one which he saw, it is the biggest one. He cannot go back and take. He knew he has missed the biggest one and regretted. So this gentleman, this boy, the student thought, okay, I missed it. So he regretted. So he ended up, went back to the teacher with empty hand. Empty hand means what? He is not able to find out the biggest wheat. The teacher told him, this is love. This is love. What is love? Already he has seen the biggest one, but he wants to go and find a still is there any bigger one. So once he moved on, he cannot come back to the previous one. This is love. You keep looking for a better one, but when later you realize you have already missed the person. You have a person and still you think you need better love. So you are going for a search of a better loved ones and you miss this particular person also. That is love. So the student asks, what is marriage then? The student asked. The teacher said, in order to answer your question, now you go to the corn field. You know cornflakes is made from corn field, and choose the biggest corn. You have to choose the biggest corn. There he has to choose the biggest wheat. Now he has to choose the biggest corn and come back. But the rule is, what is the rule is? You can go through them only once and cannot turn back to pick, right? First row he sees the biggest corn, then he goes, he thinks, okay, second row is bigger, third row you can find a bigger corn. But one rule is you cannot come back and pick the earlier corn. The student went to the corn field. This time he is careful not to repeat the previous mistakes. In love, what did he do? First wheat, bigger one, he missed it and he went in search of other wheats. So he doesn't want to repeat the same mistake. When he reached the middle of the field, he even just went inside, middle of the field he went. He has picked one medium corn he has taken. He feels satisfied. And come back to the teacher. So he come back to the teacher. The teacher told him, this time you bring a corn. So now you have brought a corn. Earlier you were not able to bring the wheat. Now you are able to bring the corn. You look for one that is just nice. You went to the middle of the field. You just saw which is nice and you have taken that corn. And you have faith and believe. You have faith and believe this is the best one you get. This is marriage. So what is marriage? You go, select one and you have faith. This is the person whom I am going to live lifelong, and you put all your emotion, all your love, all your affection towards that, and that is marriage. So love is something you want more and more. Finally you end up losing whomever you have got the earlier one. That is love. Marriage is something you choose and you have faith in that, saying that yes, I am going to live forever. You call all your relatives and you solemnize your marriage and you make it as a legalized union between you and your partner. This is called marriage, right, sir? So I request this gentleman to come and say, what is the difference between love and marriage? Yes, sir. According to your own experience, according to your own faith, please come forward and tell. Each one of you should say, what is love and what is marriage according to you? Look at the camera and tell. Yes, sir. Start.
Hello friends, I'm come here to talk about the topic difference between the love and the marriage. The love, the person doesn't satisfy with the old one. They are searching for the new and better one, and finally they're losing the best person by searching for more better opportunities. But in marriage, you have to compulsory have to choose one which we itself have to satisfy and keep belief that is the best one. We get it in our life.
Good. I request you gentlemen to come forward and tell what exactly for you love and marriage is all about. Yes, jump the wire. Starts.
So the difference between the love and the marriage is, in case of a love, it's not permanent. It could change. It's just an attraction between two, male and
love
female.
is just an attraction according to you. Yes.
But in case of a marriage, it's more complicated.
It's more complicated, is it so? This is according to you. According to you. Here marriage is made easy. But for you, marriage is complicated.
But once it's fixed, everything will be fine.
If once it is fixed, no other go, you have to live through that, right? So no other go.
No matter what odd times.
Whatever it is, whatever the difficulties, you have to cope up and live with that, right? So
Yes,
that's
sir.
it.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
fine. You gentlemen, please come forward and tell what you are able to understand by this philosophy. Yes, start.
In this story, I have learned that in case of love, we are just looking for a better one. We're just looking for a better one, but we when we later realize we are just already missed the person. But in marriage, we have believe and faith in them. They are the best one we have.
குட் நண்பர்களே, ஏஸ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆங்கில வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். இங்கே உங்களுக்கு ஆங்கிலம் பேசுவதற்கு கதைகள் மூலமாக, கோஆப்ரேட் வொக்காபுலரி மூலமாக, இலக்கணம் மூலமாக, அப்புறம் பிரிட்டிஷ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆக்சென்ட் மூலமாக உங்களுக்கு ஆங்கிலத்தில் மேடை பேச்சு பயிற்சிகள் கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. இங்கே கதை, இந்த அறிவுபூர்வமான, இந்த ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் ஆன்மீக ரீதியாக மனதை தொடக்கூடிய கதைகளை சொல்கிறோம். ஸ்டோரி நம்பர் 35, வீடியோ நம்பர் 35. இங்கே காதலுக்கும் திருமணத்திற்கும் என்ன வேறுபாடு? காதல் என்பது ஒரு ஆண் பெண் மேலேயும் பெண் ஆண் மேலேயும் உள்ள அந்த இரு பாலினுடைய ஒரு கவர்ந்திழுக்கக்கூடிய அந்த காதலுக்கும் திருமணத்திற்கும் என்ன வேறுபாடு என்பதுதான் இந்த கதையினுடைய தத்துவம். ஸோ இங்கே ஒரு மாணவன் தன்னுடைய ஆசிரியரிடம் வருகிறான். ஐயா, காதல் என்பது என்ன? ஒரு ஆண் பெண் மேலேயும் பெண் ஆண் மேலேயும் வைத்திருக்கக்கூடிய காதல் என்பது என்ன என்று சொல்ல அந்த குரு சொல்கிறார், நீ அங்கே கோதுமை தோட்டத்திற்கு செல். அந்த கோதுமை தோட்டத்திற்கு சென்று அங்கே இருப்பதிலேயே சிறந்த பெரிதான அந்த கோதுமை செடியை எடுத்து வா என்று சொல்கிறார். யார் சொல்கிறார்? குரு. ஆனால் ஒரு நிபந்தனை, நீ போகிற பொழுது முதல் வரிசை, 2வது வரிசை, 3வது வரிசை என்று அடுக்காக இருக்கும். நீ பார்க்கக்கூடிய அந்த முதல் கோதுமை அல்லது 2வது வரிசையில் இருக்க கோதுமை பெரிதாக இருக்கிறது என்று நீ மற்ற கோதுமைகளை பார்த்துவிட்டு திரும்பி வந்து அந்த பெரிய கோதுமையை எடுக்கக்கூடாது. நீங்கள் போய்கொண்டே இருக்க வேண்டும், ஏதோ ஒன்றை எடுத்து வர வேண்டும். எது உனக்கு பெரிதாக இருக்கிறதோ அதை எடுத்து வா என்று சொல்ல இந்த மாணவனும் அங்கே செல்கிறான். முதல் வரிசையிலே பார்க்கிறான், பெரிய கோதுமை செடி இருக்கிறது. இதைவிட இன்னும் பெரிய கோதுமை இருக்கும் என்று அதை விட்டு அடுத்ததற்கு செல்கிறான். தோட்டத்துடனுடைய மையப்பகுதிக்கு வருகிறான். அங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய கோதுமையை பார்க்கிற பொழுது ஒன்று அறிந்து கொண்டான், தான் முதலில் பார்த்த கோதுமை செடி உயரமானதாக இருக்கிறது என்று. ஸோ திரும்பி ஆசிரியரிடம் வருகிறான் வெறுங்கையுடன். ஆசிரியரிடம் சொல்கிறான், ஐயா, நான் பெரிய கோதுமையை கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியவில்லை, பார்த்தேன், ஆனால் முதலில் பார்த்த கோதுமை தான் பெரிது, நீங்கள் திருப்பி எடுக்கக்கூடாது என்று சொல்லிவிட்டீர்கள், ஆகையால் வெறுங்கையுடன் வந்திருக்கிறேன் என்று சிஷ்யன் சொல்கிறான். அதை குரு சொல்கிறார், இதுதான் காதல் என்பது. நமக்கு ஏற்கனவே காதலிக்கக்கூடியவர்கள், காதலித்து கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடியவர்கள் நம்மிடம் இருக்கிறார்கள். நாம் மனது எதை அலைபாய்கிறது? இதைவிட பெரிய காதல் வயப்பட வேண்டும், இதைவிட பெரிய நேசமுடையவர்களை நாம் தேட வேண்டும் என்று மனம் அலைந்து கொண்டே இருக்கிறது. இதுதான் காதல். காதல் என்பது திருப்தி அடைய முடியாதது. அது வேண்டும் வேண்டும் என்று ஏங்கக்கூடியது. அந்த காதல் என்பது கையிலே பிடிக்கக்கூடிய தென்றல் போல அதை கட்டி பிடித்து விட முடியாது, அது நழுவி சென்று கொண்டே இருக்கும். அதுதான் காதல் என்றும். திருமணம் என்றால் என்ன என்று மாணவன் கேட்க அந்த ஆசிரியர் சொல்கிறார், மறுபடியும் நீ அந்த சோளக்காட்டுக்கு செல். அது கோதுமை காடு, இது சோளக்காடு. சோளத்திலேயே சிறந்த சோளத்தை எடுத்து வர வேண்டும், பெரிய சோளமாக. ஆனால் ஒரு நிபந்தனை, நீ பார்த்து கொண்டு சென்று கொண்டே இருக்கிற பொழுது அந்த முதல் பெரிய சோளம் இருந்தால் திரும்பி வந்து அந்த பெரிய சோளத்தை எடுக்கக்கூடாது, ஏதோ ஒன்றைத்தான் எடுக்க வேண்டும். திரும்பி வந்து முதல் பார்த்த அந்த பெரிய சோளத்தை எடுக்கக்கூடாது என்று சொல்ல இந்த மாணவனும் செல்கிறான். தோட்டத்தினுடைய மையப்பகுதிக்கு செல்கிறான், காட்டினுடைய மையப்பகுதிக்கு செல்கிறான். அந்த சோளக்காட்டினுடைய மையப்பகுதிக்கு சென்று அங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு அழகான ஒரு சிறந்த ஒரு கோதுமை அந்த சோளத்தை எடுக்கிறான். வந்து ஆசிரியரிடம் கொடுக்கிறான். ஆசிரியர் சொல்கிறார், குரு சொல்கிறார், இதுதான் திருமணம் என்பது. நீயாக தேர்ந்தெடுத்தாய், அதிலே திருப்தி அடைகிறாய், அதில் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறாய், அது ஆனந்தம் அடைகிறாய். ஒன்றை தேர்ந்தெடுத்து அந்த தேர்ந்தெடுத்தலின் மேல் அன்பையும் பாசத்தையும் உன்னுடைய அனைத்து அக்கறையையும் காண்பிக்கிறது. அதுதான் திருமணம் என்பது. காதல் என்பது வேண்டும் வேண்டும் என்று அலைந்து கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடியது. ஆனால் திருமணம் என்பது ஒருவரை தேர்ந்தெடுக்கிறாய், தேர்ந்தெடுத்த நபரிடம் அனைத்தையும் உன்னை நீயே சரணாகதி அடைந்து விடுகிறாய், அன்பையும் கொடுக்கிறாய், பாசத்தையும் கொடுக்கிறாய், அதுதான் திருமணம், இதுதான் காதல் என்று சொல்கிறார். இதுதான் இந்த சிறு கதையினுடைய தத்துவம், காதல், திருமணம். இனி அடுத்து வரக்கூடிய வீடியோக்களில் மற்றவைகளை பார்ப்போம். தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச். Dear friends, welcome to AS American English Center. Take your story book. We have come here to the video number 36 or story number 36. It is a moral philosophical story. Dear friends, marriage is an institution. What is a marriage? Is it the body and body getting connected, or mind connected, heart and heart getting connected, family and family is getting connected, or culture and culture is getting connected? What is a marriage, sir? Marriage is a man and a woman joining, a commitment, a lifelong commitment to live together and to see, take challenges, take life as a challenges and live through the life. This is called marriage, right, sir? To share the problems, to earn money, to survive, to exist, give birth to children, live a prosperity life. This is called marriage. So in this marriage, where does the beauty comes? Education is necessary, then civilized way of life is necessary, a good habit is necessary, character is necessary, but beauty, of course, it plays a role. But is it the sole purpose in a marriage? So what type of girl you want to have? So you want to have a beautiful, what is the girl you like to have? Yes, is it beautiful?
Fair.
Fair. Fair. Fair. He wants a fair girl. What do you mean by fair? Nalla white or red or irukonu. That's what you would expect.
No.
Beautiful. Now, what type of girl you expect?
Somebody who understands us.
Somebody who understands. Somebody who understands. Here, what type of girl you like to have as a wife? Say, don't hide. Say, man. No.
No.
Okay. The girls generally say, handsome man. They need a handsome man. Men say they need a pretty looking girl, beautiful girl. What type of girl you will expect to marry?
Sir, like, sir, a beautiful girl.
Beautiful girl. So the beauty plays an important role, right? Beauty. So my dear friends, here is a story. It is not the beauty alone. Beauty doesn't count, right? Money doesn't count. Two things in marriage you should not give importance. One is beauty and one is money. Beauty and money cannot come through the commitment in life called marriage. Two things you have to forget. Dowry. Do you expect dowry? Yes or no? Yes. You expect? No. Dowry one. The other thing is beauty. Two things which you shouldn't be bothered. So here is a girl who is very proud about her beauty, and she says, right, because of my beauty, I need to have the richest man to be my husband, right? So that I can live comfortable. I am beauty, so I need a rich man. But one man says, of course you are beauty, but for beauty or being pretty is not the sole criteria for marrying you will get a rich husband. It is not the real thing. So money and beauty is not an important thing in marriage. That's what the CEO teaches that girl a lesson. So here, awesome reply from the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Morgan Chase to a pretty girl's question. A young and pretty lady posted this on a popular forum, right? Maybe in Facebook she has put, what should I do to marry a rich guy? I want to marry a rich man. What should I do? I am going to be honest of what I am going to say here. She says, I want to be very clear. I am 25 this year. She says, I am 25 years old. I am very pretty. I look very pretty. I have style and good taste. I have a very good style and taste. So I am very pretty, have style and a good taste. I am 25 years old, young girl. So I wish to marry a guy with 5,000K annual salary. What do you mean by 5,000K, sir? Anybody? So 5,000K means nearly $5 lakh. $5 lakh means how much? $1 lakh is equal to 65 lakhs. So 65 lakhs into 5, it comes nearly 3.5 crore per annum. So that amount of person who earns money, I want him as my husband, or above, more than that. So nearly I need a person who is earning nearly 4 crores per annum. So you might say that I am greedy. People may say I am greedy, but an annual salary of 100K, 100,000, that is 1 lakh, nearly 65 lakhs. With that we cannot survive. That's what she says. Is considered only as middle class. It's a middle class life. I don't want a middle class life in New York. That's in America. My requirement is not high. So I am just expecting, this is not a high expectation. Is there anyone in this form who has an annual income of $5,000 per annum? Is there anybody who is earning $5 lakh per annum? She asked, annual salary. Are you all married? She asked, and she says, I wanted to ask, what should I do to marry a rich person like you? What should I do? Among those I have dated, the richest is $250,000. So I got proposals from men who are earning $250,000, what is that, dollars per annum, but not 500,000 annual income. So, and it seems that this is my upper limit. So 250 I have reached. I need $500,000 earning man as my husband. So if someone is going to move into high cost residential area on the west of New York City Gardens, 250,000 annual income is not enough. She also says with the $250,000 it is not possible. So I need somebody who earns $500,000 per annum. I am here humbly to ask a few questions. So where do most rich bachelors hang out? So where can I find out rich men? So please let down the names and addresses of bars, restaurants, gym. Which age group should I target? So what is the age group should I have? So usually people who are earning a lot, they must be around 35 to 40 years old. Why most wives of the richest is only average looking? And she also asks a question, why the rich people's wife are just average looking? They are not very beautiful. I met a few girls who doesn't have looks and are not interesting, but they are able to marry rich guys. She also says some girls are not beautiful, but they are able to marry rich guys. How is it possible? How do you decide who can be your wife? Who can only be your girlfriend? My target now is to get married. So she is utterly confused. She wants to marry a rich guy, and she was shocked to see she is very pretty looking girl, but she says ordinary looking girls are able to marry rich guys. How is it possible? So one gentleman replies, dear Mrs. Pretty, I have read your post with great interest. Gus, there are lots of girls out there who have similar questions like yours. Please allow me to analyze your situation. So he wants to teach that girl. He wants to tell her what exactly life is. As a professional investor, he says, my annual income is more than $500,000. So he earns more than 5 crores per annum in American dollars, which meets your requirement. So money wise, yes, I am the right person. I hope everyone believes that I am not wasting time here. From the standpoint of a business person, according to business, it is a bad decision to marry you. So he says, as a business point of view, it is very bad decision to marry you, because the answer is very simple. Let me explain, put the details aside. What you are trying to do is an exchange of beauty and money. He says to the girl, pretty, you want to give beauty and you want to have money. That is what you are doing a business. So person A provides beauty. So you are a girl who is ready to provide beauty, and the person B pays for it. So I am a person who is paying for the beauty. Fair and square. Of course, it is quite good. However, there is a deadly problem here. Your beauty will fade. The problem here is, of course, I have money, I can pay you. You have beauty, you can give. The problem is the beauty goes away, but the money, it appreciates. The property value increases, but my money will not be gone without any good reason. So he says, the fact is, my income might increase from year to year, but you can't be prettier year after year. So year after year, my property value will increase, but year after year, your pretty goes down. So hence, from the viewpoint of economics, I am an appreciation asset. So my asset increases, my property increases, but your property, you are depreciation asset. So it is not just normal depreciation, but exponential depreciation. What do you mean by exponential? A big amount of depreciation means the value goes down. If that is your only asset, your value will be much worried 10 years later. So if you say your beauty is the only asset, after 10 years the beauty leaves you and goes away. By the terms we use in Wall Street, every trading has a position. In Wall Street means what? The place where you sell the shares and buy the shares. Dating with you is also a trading position. So marrying you or going out with you, it is a trading position. If the trade value dropped, we will sell it, and it is not a good idea to keep it. So if the share value goes down, what you do? You sell the shares. Like that, your asset, if your value is gone down, how can I sell you for a long term? Same goes with the marriage that you wanted. So this is what you are trying to do business. You want to give your beauty and you want to marry a rich guy. If so, your value depreciates, and in the business term, we have to sell your beauty. It might be cruel to say this, but in order to make a wiser decision, only assets with great depreciation value will be sold or leased. So anyone with over $5,000 annual income is not a fool. We would only date you. So anybody who is earning nearly 5.5 crores per annum will never marry you, will only just date you but will not marry you. So I would advise that you forget looking for any clues to marry a rich guy. So he advises, forget marrying a rich guy. Instead, what you do is lay the way you could make yourself to become a rich person. So start working hard, start doing any business, start doing trading, work night and day, and you start earning $500,000 with 500,000 annual income. And this has better chance than finding a rich fool. Rather than finding a rich fool, you start earning. There are females who are earning crores and crores of money. One example is Indra Nooyi. One other example is ICICI chief. One other example is Sahara chief. Politicians, they are earning. So why not you become a good business lady and earn money rather than searching for a fool? So why do you want to trade your beauty with money? This is what is the reply. So hope this reply helps. If you are interested in leasing services, do contact me. This is what is given here. So in a marriage as an institution, you cannot and mustn't put beauty as the first important asset. This is what the wrong thing we do. We just see a girl or a man, boy, he looks handsome, she looks beauty, and everything is all right. That is the main criteria. That is a wrong one. Number two is money. We see how much money he earns per month. If he earns more money, we are ready to give our girl to him, right? And the boy also, he finds whoever gives more dowry, he is ready to marry, right? So money and beauty plays an important role. Money and beauty is the least important, very less important in marriage life. That's what the philosophy is all about. Able to understand? I request one by one to come here and tell what they understand with this philosophy. Please come, sir, and tell how their life is going to be and what you plan to do. Are you going to give importance for money and beauty in your life to select a partner? Yes, start, sir.
So the marriage is not based on basically beauty and money. Maybe for some time it might be depend on beauty, but the main thing is understanding and trust. Being happy with what they have.
So understanding and trust is important in marriage life. That's what you want to say, right? Okay, what do you understand from this concept of the story?
It tells don't be dependent on others.
Don't dependent on others. Be rather than searching for money, you start earning money,
Yeah.
right? Don't take money as a important criteria for marriage life. Yes, gentlemen, please come forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a pretty girl with a 25 years old has questions in the popular form, which is the between the money and the beauty. She posted the popular form is that how to marry a rich guy. She want only the 500,000 in the million income. She used to marry. When she is in 100,000 annual income, she thought it is a middle class. And she also honestly asked the questions that where do we find the rich guy, where I met the few girls who doesn't have the looks and not interesting, but they are marry the rich guys. But honestly, CEO of JP Morgan has replied, you are doing trading as the money and the beauty. If you trade in the money and beauty, your beauty will be fade, but my money will not be fade. My money will be as appreciation asset, and your beauty will be depreciation asset. So if you want to be lease or a renting, you can be contact me, but not for you marry to as I am full. Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning. I have some reply from CEO of JP Morgan. Chase to the pretty girl question. The young and one girl posted in the forum. Title: What should I do to marry the rich guy? I am honest. I am 25 this year. I would like to marry the guy who annual income is about to 500,000 lakh. I do not marry the rich person like you.
அந்த ஐடியா மட்டும் சொல்லு. ஐடியா
You want to marry the rich guy, but he is very beauty. So you want to marry the person is above the annual income 5,000k. He also posted in the for like Facebook or Twitter.
ஐடியா மட்டும் சொல்லு. What is important? பணமா பியூட்டியா? What is important? Yes, you go. Money or beauty? Yes, say the point.
Good afternoon, friend. This is a story about money and beauty. In this girl, she want a boy who annual salary is 500k, and one boy has read the status and she replied and she said that the beauty is after 10 or 15 years she want away, and money and salary is year by year she increasing, and it is moral in this story. Moral: the beauty and money are never compare. Is in marriage have always understanding and understand the feelings, and that's it.
நண்பர்களே, ஏஸ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆங்கில வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். இந்த அகத்தாய்வு ஸ்டோரிஸ், தத்துவங்கள், கதைகள் மூலமாக சில கருத்துக்களை சொல்கிறோம். திருமணம் என்பது இரு மனங்களை சேர்க்கிறது. திருமணம் என்பது இந்த உலகத்திலே ஆணும் பெண்ணும் சேரக்கூடியதை, சட்ட ரீதியாக சேரக்கூடியவர்களை திருமண பந்த உறவுகள் என்று சொல்கிறோம். அது தமிழ்நாடாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, அமெரிக்காவாக இருந்தாலும் சரி. திருமணம் என்பது இரண்டு உடல்கள் சேருவதல்ல, இரண்டு ஜாதிகள் சேருவதல்ல, இரண்டு சமுதாயங்கள் சேருவதல்ல. இது மிக மிக முக்கியம். இரண்டு மனங்கள் சேருகிறது, இரண்டு இதயங்கள் சேர்கிறது. இங்கே அழகுக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கிடையாது, இங்கே பணத்திற்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கிடையாது. ஆனால் இங்கே நடக்கக்கூடிய நிகழ்வுகள் என்ன? பணத்தை சார்ந்து இருக்கக்கூடிய வரதட்சணை அதை சார்ந்து இருக்கிறது. ஆண் எவ்வளவு சம்பாதிக்கிறான் அதை சார்ந்து இருக்கிறது திருமணம். அடுத்தது அழகு, உயரமானவனாக இருக்கிறானா, சிகப்பாக இருக்கிறார்களா. சிகப்பென்றாலே எப்பொழுதும் பிரீமியம் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய அதிக அளவு கிராக்கி என்று ஒன்று இருக்கிறது சிகப்பு நிறத்திற்கு. ஆக நிறம் ஒரு முக்கியமானதா? இதைத்தான் அதிகமானவர்கள் நாம் நினைத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். ஒரு பெண் இங்கே இந்த கதையிலே தான் அழகாக இருக்கிறோம், இந்த அழகை வைத்து ஒரு நல்ல பணக்கார வாலிபனை திருமணம் செய்து கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்று நினைக்கிறார். இவருடைய ஒரே மூலதனம் என்ன? அழகு, அழகு, அழகு. நான் அழகாக இருக்கிறேன், ஆக எனக்கு மிக பணக்காரன் ஒருத்தன் எனக்கு கணவனாக வர வேண்டும் என்று ஆசைப்படுகிறார். ஆக இவர் தன்னுடைய ஃபேஸ்புக்லேயும் ட்விட்டர்லேயும் எழுதுகிறார், எனக்கு ஒரு நல்ல பணக்கார ஒரு வாலிபன் 5,000 500 1000 என்று சொல்கிற பொழுது $5 லட்சம், $5 லட்சம் என்று சொல்கிற பொழுது ஒரு வருடத்திற்கு எவ்வளவு வருகிறது? 4.5 கோடி ரூபாய் வருகிறது. குறைஞ்சது 4.5 கோடி ரூபாய் வருமானம் உள்ள ஒரு நல்ல கணவன் எனக்கு வேண்டும். இந்த அளவு வருமானம் வரக்கூடியது. ஆக அந்த வருமானத்தை மட்டுமே அவர் தகுதியுடையதாக நினைக்கிறார். இவர் இதுவரைக்கும் பார்த்த ஆண்களிலே $250,000 வாங்கக்கூடியவர் தான் அதிக சம்பளம் வாங்கியிருக்கிறார். எனக்கு $5,000 சம்பாதிக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு கணவன், 500,000 சம்பாதிக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு கணவன் வேண்டும் என்று சொல்கிறார். ஆக அவருடைய ஃபேஸ்புக்கு பதிலாக ஒருத்தர் அனுப்புகிறார். என்ன அனுப்புகிறார்? உங்களிடம் அழகு இருக்கிறது, எனக்கு அந்த 5.5 கோடி ரூபாய் சம்பாதித்து கொண்டிருக்கிறேன், உங்களுடைய அழகு வருடம் வருடம் தேய்ந்து விடுகிறது, ஆனால் என்னுடைய பணம் சொத்து மதிப்பு ஏறிக்கொண்டே இருக்கிறது. ஆக என்னுடைய சொத்து மதிப்பு ஏறும், உங்களுடைய அழகு குறைந்திருக்கும். ஆக அழகுக்கும் சொத்துக்கும் ஈடு இணை ஆகாது என்று சொல்வதோடு மட்டுமல்லாமல் அவர் என்ன சொல்கிறார்? உங்கள் அழகை மூலதனமாக வைத்து நீங்கள் இந்த திருமண உறவை ஏற்படுத்தாதீர்கள். அதற்கு பதிலாக நீங்களே கோடிக்கணக்கிலே அதிக அளவிலே நான் சம்பாதிக்க அளவு நீங்களும் உழைத்து சம்பாதியுங்கள். பணம் ஒரு முக்கியம் அல்ல திருமண வாழ்க்கைக்கு. அதற்கு பிறகு நீங்கள் யாரை வேண்டுமானாலும் திருமணம் செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். பணத்தை ஒரு அடிப்படை தேவை என்று நினைத்து கொண்டு நீங்கள் திருமணத்திற்கு சில நிபந்தனைகளை விதிக்காதீர்கள். அழகு வருடம் வருடம் அழகு குறைந்து கொண்டே இருக்கும். ஆனால் என்னுடைய பணம் வருடத்திற்கு வருடம் அதனுடைய மதிப்பு கூடிக்கொண்டே இருக்கும். ஆக உங்கள் அழகுக்கும் என்னுடைய பணத்திற்கும் நிச்சயமாக அது பொருந்தாது. ஸோ அனைத்து ஆண்களும் பெண்களும் தாங்கள் அழகாக இருக்கிறோம் என்று கர்வம் கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய ஆண்களுக்கும், அழகாக இருக்கிறோம் என்று கர்வம் கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய பெண்களுக்கும் ஒரு எச்சரிக்கையாக இந்த ஒரு கதை சொல்கிறது. அழகு ஒரு நிச்சயமாக ஒரு முக்கியமான தேவையே கிடையாது. அது ஒரு தேவைதான். ஆனால் அழகே அதி முக்கியமானது உறவுக்கு, பந்தத்துக்கு, திருமண உறவுக்கு என்பது கிடையாது என்பதுதான் இந்த கதையினுடைய தத்துவம். hope you are able to understand. are you clear? okay, நீ அடுத்து வரக்கூடிய வீடியோக்களில். dear friends, welcome to AS American English Center. Now we have come here to the story number 37. Two stories are there combined together. Dear friends, the other side of the life, this is the topic. So don't keep on crying, don't keep on thinking about something and just living. Some people love to live in sorrow. Some people love to live with sadness. There is always the other way. Other side is there. They love to live with the problems. So for every darkness there is a brightness. For every sunset there is a sunrise. Right? For every problems there is a solution. For every questions there is a answer. So the other side is always there. Why do you want to keep on living with the problem? This other side is also there, right? In relationships, why do you want to keep on adjusting and living, adjusting and living, adjusting and living? Come out of that relationship. Why do you want to live in poverty, poverty, poverty? There is other side is there, richness. Go and work. And other side is always as there. Other side may be good, other side may be bad. So choose the other side according to your convenience. Right, sir? A beautiful way of looking at things. A father was reading a magazine and his little daughter every now and then distracted him. So daughter was disturbing the father. The father was reading the newspaper. To keep her lousy, he tore one page on which was printed the map of the world, right? He just tore a paper. In one side, map of the world is printed. He tore it into pieces and asked her to go to her room. Father told, okay, you go to the room, take the pieces and put them together to make the map again. So father was reading the newspaper, daughter was disturbing, so he wants to make his daughter to do some other work. So he tore a paper. It's a map. It's printed in one side. He tore into pieces and he put that paper over there and he told his daughter, come on, go and fix the paper which is torn. Now here, he was sure she would take the whole day to get it done, but the little one came back within minutes with perfect map. So father thought it will take some time for the daughter to come back. Within minutes, she came back, saying that, Father, the map is ready. Father, the torn pieces are fixed up. Father, I am ready. Within minutes. When he asked how she could do it so quickly, father was surprised. How you are able to do it so quickly? And she said, oh dad, there is a man's face on the other side of the paper. One side of the paper it is the world map. The other side of the paper is the man's face, right? You tore it into pieces. What I did it, I took the man's face and arranged it and I got the world map. I made the face perfect to get the man right. She ran outside to play, leaving her father surprised. So what is the moral of the story? Moral of the story is always, there is always the other side to whatever you experience in this world. In this world, whatever you experience, if there is a sorrow, there is always a pleasure, happiness. You are suffering, and after suffering there is always a ennoblement, a good thing is there, right? After pain there is a pleasure. After working hard, you enjoy all the fruits of the hard work. So here, whenever we come across a challenge or a puzzling situation, look at the other side. So whenever you're struggling hard, whenever you think why God is giving me so much pain, why I am taken as a problem and my life is so suffering, why is it so? Think there is always the other side. You'll be surprised to see an easy way to tackle the problem. One easy way is there, just like the child is able to fix the map, because a man's face in the other side. There is always a easy solution for all the problems you face. A wonderful short story. Next to story is how can we be happy? Man is striving hard every day to be happy, isn't it? Remember that the happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more. The happiest person are the persons not getting more. Whoever giving, they are the most happiest person in the world, right, sir? So here, once a group of 50 people was attending a seminar. Group of 50 people, group, so you're using was, right? Was attending a seminar. Group of 50 people was attending a seminar. So suddenly the speaker stopped and decided to do a group activity. He wants everybody to join for an activity. He started giving each one a balloon. Each one was given a balloon, and each one was asked to write his or name on it using a marker pen. A marker pen is given, so you have to write in the balloon, which is not inflated, no air is put in, you have to write your name, right, sir? Then all the balloons were collected, and put into another room, right? 50 balloons, small balloons, which is not inflated, which is not put, air is not in. So the name is written by all 50 members. Now next room the balloon is kept. Now these delegates were let into that room. So all these delegates, group activists are asked to go to the room and asked to find out the balloon which their name written. So they asked to find out whichever your name is there, you try to find out, right? What will happen? Within 5 minutes, everyone was frantically searching for their name. Everybody pushing and trying to find out their name, right? So what will happen? All the 15 balloons, 50%, each one is pushing to find out their name, colliding with each other. Each is pushing each other and pushing around others, and there was utter chaos. All confusion was going on. Chaos was there, confusion. So at the end of 5 minutes, no one could find their own balloon. Nobody was able to find out their balloon, 50 members. Now each one was asked to randomly collect a balloon. So each one was asked, okay, don't bother, whosoever the balloon is, take one balloon, each one of you, and give it to the person whose name was written on it. So 50% are there, nobody was able to find out their balloon. Now each one take a balloon. So 50 balloon is taken by everybody. Then turn back and read the name and give to the person whosoever name is written. Now what happened? Within minutes, everyone had their own balloon. Within minutes, everybody had their own balloon, their name written. The speaker began, exactly this is happening in our life. This is what happening in our life. What's happening? Everyone is frantically looking for happiness. Everybody want happiness, happiness, happiness all around. They just go there. Where is happiness is there? You go to beach, you go to 5-star hotels, you buy a car, you buy dress, you try to please others. You do many things for search of happiness, morning to night. This is your goal, but not knowing, you don't know what to do, where it is. You don't know where is happiness, right? You go to a party, celebration, come back and you cry. Happiness is not to be found there. You buy a new dress of Diwali, you think Diwali will bring you happiness. Diwali day you cry. You think getting a job, after that your life will be wonderful. On the day you get a job, you cry. Marriage, you cry. So all things you search of happiness and you are not able to find out the happiness. So what is that? Our happiness, what is our happiness? Lies in the happiness of other people. My dear friends, if you are a reason for others' happiness, then you get the feeling called happiness feelings. Give them their happiness. You give them their happiness. You will get your own happiness by giving happiness to your friend, your family member, your kith and kin and relations, your neighbors, your colleagues, your classmates, your juniors, your seniors. By giving them happiness, you get the tremendous feeling of happiness. And this is the purpose of human life. The purpose of human life is, don't frantically go in search of happiness. By making others happy, you become happiness. This is the simple secret of getting happiness. And this is the purpose of life. This is the purpose of life. And is this not what you are looking for? Aren't you looking for this happiness? By just giving her, pleasing her, making her happy, I become happier, right? By making you happy, I become happy, right? So by pleasing others, I become pleased. By thanking others, I become thankful, right? So by giving others, then I become great. This is the philosophy. I request this gentleman to come forward and tell me, see the other side of life and happiness. What do you understand? You say one story, sir. Others say other story. Each one story. Just start.
Hi, hi, I am Arvind. I am going to talk about a beautiful way of living life. I am going to talk about my personal experience, which I should. My classmate who is planning to join in Laila MBA college, but he is not practically have more mark in this. So in alternate way, he can attend a college campus interview and he got placement in HCL. He is not feeling sad. He have an alternate option. You go and join in HCL. So in this this story, if you won't feel that we won't get anything, we have an alternate way to tackle the problems.
Good. Yes. Why not you gentlemen come and tell about your own story, about your experience about the other one, happiness, making others happy, or anything as you wish, this or that.
So the essence of this story is, it's not the happiness is not what we get, it's about what we give to others. Helping others make us happy.
So your real life situation, anything happen like that?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, fine, fantastic. Yes, you gentlemen come forward. Jump over the wire and go.
Yes, the moral of the story is, we don't adjust when they are happy, and don't adjust them and get out of their family, and giving others are happy, and will become a happiness. And I don't know any kind of that story happiness.
Okay, yes, you. Yes, come. And each one should tell about their own life experiences. Of course, definitely you should have undergone some experiences. Anything as you wish. Okay, happiness. Keep the mic closer to your mouth.
Yeah. Hi friends, I am Milekia. I want to talk about this happiness. So when I make others happiness, definitely I will get the happiness.
Good.
So
good.
This is the moral of this story.
So regarding this moral of the story, other side of life.
This moral of the story is, there is always the other side
Look
to whatever you experience in this world. Whenever we come across the challenge or a pushing situation, look at the other side. You will be surprised to see any easy way to tackle the problems.
Good. நண்பர்களே, ஏஸ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆங்கில வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். கதைகள் மூலமாக தத்துவங்கள், கதைகள் மூலமாக மெய்ஞானம், கதைகள் மூலமாக உன்னுடைய அறிவு, கதைகள் மூலமாக உன்னுடைய ஸ்டைல் ஆஃப் லிவிங், வாழ்க்கை வாழும் வழிமுறைகளை மாற்றக்கூடிய வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். இங்கே கதை நம்பர் 37. இது என்ன சொல்லுகிறது என்று பார்க்கிற பொழுது, வாழ்க்கையிலே எப்பொழுதும் ஒரு மறுபக்கம் இருக்கிறது. வாழ்க்கையிலே எப்பொழுதும் ஒரு மாற்றங்கள் இருக்கிறது. சதா 24 மணி நேரமும், வாரத்தில் 7 நாட்களும், வருடத்திற்கு 360 நாட்களும் கஷ்டத்திலேயே துவண்டு வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்க வேண்டிய அவசியமில்லை. அதற்கென்று ஒரு மாற்று இருக்கிறது. ஒவ்வொரு விடி, ஒவ்வொரு சூரிய அஸ்தமனத்திற்கும் ஒரு விடியல் இருக்கிறது. ஒவ்வொரு கேள்விக்கும் ஒரு விடை இருக்கிறது. ஒவ்வொரு இரவுக்கும் ஒரு பகல் இருக்கிறது. ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு கஷ்டங்களுக்கும் ஒரு தீர்வு இருக்கிறது. ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு சொல்யூஷன் எதுக்கு இருக்குது? ஒவ்வொரு ப்ராப்ளத்திற்கும் ஒரு சொல்யூஷன். ப்ராப்ளம்னா என்ன? பிரச்சனை. சொல்யூஷன் என்றால் என்ன? ஒரு தீர்வு. கண்டிப்பாக தீர்வு இருக்கும். அதனால தான் அது ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் என்று ஒரு வார்த்தை இருக்கிறது. ஸோ நண்பர்களே, இதில் ஒரு சிறு பெண், அவள் தன்னுடைய தந்தையார் பேப்பர் படித்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார். தந்தையாரை சதா தொந்தரவு செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார். ஸோ அந்த குழந்தை தொந்தரவு செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிற காரணத்தினாலே தந்தையாருக்கு கோபம். உடனே ஒரு காகிதத்தை எடுக்கிறார். அந்த ஒரு பேப்பர் காகிதம், அதை கிழிக்கிறார். அந்த காகிதத்திலே ஒரு பக்கத்திலே பார்த்தீர்கள் என்றால் உலக வரைபடம் வரைந்திருக்கிறது. அதை கிழித்து கீழே போட்டு அந்த குழந்தையை சொல்கிறார், நீ அங்கே அடுத்த அறைக்கு சென்று அந்த உலக மேப் வரைபடம் வரையப்பட்டிருக்கிற அந்த காகிதம் கிழிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது, அதை நீ ஒட்ட வேண்டும் என்று சொல்கிறார். ஆக கண்டிப்பாக அந்த கட்டளையை சொல்கிறார் தந்தையார். இந்த குழந்தையும் அந்த காகிதத்தை எடுத்துக்கொண்டு செல்கிறது. தந்தையார் நினைக்கிறார், குறைந்தது ஒரு 4-5 மணி நேரம் ஆகும் இந்த குழந்தை இந்த பேப்பரை எல்லாம் ஒட்டுவதற்கென்று. ஆனால் ஒரு சில நிமிடங்களிலே குழந்தை திரும்பி விடுகிறது. தந்தையாரை நான் ஒட்டி விட்டேன் என்று சொல்ல தந்தையார் ஆச்சரியமாக பார்க்கிறார், எப்படி இந்த உலக வரைபடத்தை ஒட்டினாய், இது சாதாரண விஷயம் அல்ல என்று கேட்க அந்த குழந்தை சொல்கிறது, தந்தையாரே அந்த உலக வரைபடத்திற்கு பின்னால் ஒரு மனிதனுடைய முகம் இருக்கிறது, அந்த முகத்தை ஒட்டினேன். அடுத்த பக்கம் திரும்பி பார்க்கிற பொழுது அந்த உலக வரைபடம் வரையப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. ஸோ இதை போன்று வாழ்க்கையிலே நம்மளுக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒவ்வொரு கஷ்டத்துக்கும் வேதனைக்கும் பிரச்சனைகளுக்கும் கண்டிப்பாக ஒரு தீர்வு பின்னாடி இருக்கிறது. அதை உபயோகப்படுத்துகிற பொழுது வாழ்க்கை எளிமையாகி விடுகிறது. ரைட்டா? ஒருவர் ரொம்ப கோபக்காரராக இருக்கிறார், அவரிடம் பழக வேண்டுமென்றால் அதற்கு ஒரு வழி இருக்கிறது, ஒரு மாற்று வழி இருக்கிறது. அவர் வழியிலே செல்கிற பொழுது பிரச்சனையாக வருகிறது, உன் வழியில் வேறு வழி என்று இருக்கிறது. ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு பாதைக்கும் மறுபாதை என்று ஒன்று இருக்கிறது. அதுதான் இதனுடைய கதையினுடைய தத்துவம். அடுத்ததாக இங்கே படிக்கிற பொழுது சந்தோஷம் என்பது என்ன, இரண்டாவது கதை. மகிழ்ச்சி என்பது என்ன, காலை முதல் இரவு வரை, மனிதன் பிறப்பிலிருந்து இறப்பு வரை ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் அலைகிறான். எதற்காக அலைகிறான்? சந்தோஷத்திற்கு, மகிழ்ச்சிக்கு. ஒருவனுடைய லட்சியமே மகிழ்ச்சியை பெறுவதற்கு. ஆனால் மகிழ்ச்சியை பெறுவதற்கு எளிய மந்திரம் என்னவென்றால், மற்றவர்களை மகிழ்விக்கும் பொழுதுதான் நீ மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறாய். ரைட்டா? உன்னுடைய நண்பர்கள், உன்னுடைய சக வேலைக்காரர்கள், உன்னுடைய பக்கத்து வீட்டுக்காரர்கள், உன்னுடைய குடும்ப உறுப்பினர்கள், நண்பர்கள், மேலதிகாரிகள், கீழதிகாரிகள், சக வேலைக்காரர்கள், மக்கள், மற்றவர்கள் அனைவரையும் யாராவது ஒருவரை எடுத்து அவர்களை சந்தோஷப்படுத்துகிற பொழுது, உன்னால் அவர்கள் சந்தோஷப்படுகிற பொழுது நீ சந்தோஷம் அடைகிறாய். ஸோ சந்தோஷம் மகிழ்ச்சியினுடைய ரகசியம் என்னவென்று பார்க்கிற பொழுது, மற்றவர்களை நீ மகிழ்விக்கிற பொழுது, மற்றவர்களை திருப்தி படுத்துகிற பொழுது, மற்றவர்களை நீ சந்தோஷப்படுத்துகிற பொழுது, அங்கே நீ ஆனந்தத்தின் மகிழ்ச்சியினுடைய உருவமாக, உதாரணமாக திகழ்கிறாய். ஸோ சந்தோஷம் மகிழ்ச்சியினுடைய மூல ரகசியம் என்ன? மற்றவர்களை சந்தோஷப்படுத்துகிற பொழுது நீ மகிழ்ச்சி அடைபவனாக இருக்கிறாய். இதுதான் இந்த கதையினுடைய தத்துவம். Hope you are able to understand. Are you clear? Thank you very much. Dear friends, welcome to AIS American English Center. Take your storybook. We have come here to the video number 38. Dear friends, through storytelling, we teach the students over here a better morality, and we teach them to be good communicators. We change their habit and we change their outlook on life. So coming here, this is a story. It says that what's the most important in life? Being successful. What is being successful? Is it having money? Having a BMW car or bungalow? Is it successful in being successful in life? No. What is successful in life? Helping others. What is successful in life? You have undergone pains and all problems, and you try to solve the problems of others. That is success in life. One Ambani was working as a what? A petrol man. Then he became a big entrepreneur. Now he is one of the richest. He is the richest in India. Bill Gates, a school dropout, he became a Ford. You have multi-number of examples to be said right here. See here, get inspired, a story unheard from 50 paise. 50 paise. One day one lady was earning 50 paise. She now earns how much she is earning? 2 lakhs a day. One day 50 paise one woman was earning. Now she is earning one day 2 lakhs. She started her career 31 years ago as an entrepreneur. 31 years ago as an entrepreneur means as a boss, selling eateries. What do you mean by eateries? Eating items, right? So she sells bread, bhaji and pauji and all those things, boja. So from a mobile cart, what do you mean by mobile cart? The cart used to push and She pushes and takes the cart over here and there, and she sells on the Marina Beach. In the beach of Marina, amidst all odds, battling a failed marriage. So she was undergoing a problem. What is the problem? Her failed marriage. Coping with her husband. So her husband is what? What is he? A multiple addict. What is a multiple addict? Addict for liquor, addict for nicotine smoking, addict for gambling. So he is a multiple addict and taking care of two kids. So this lady has to take care of her two children, and today she has overcome the hurdles. Hurdles means what? All the negative things. She was able to overcome the hurdles and owns a chain of restaurants. So she is having multiple restaurants, right? One Saravana Bhavan, you see how many hotel branches they have. Krishna Sweets, how many branches they have. Like this lady is able to have a chain of restaurants. She married against the will of her parents. So she loved her boyfriend and she wants to marry, and she married against the will of the parents. So it was a love marriage. Unfortunately, the marriage failed, but her parents never forgave her. So she married against the wishes of her parents. She loved the boy and she married, and that fellow became a multiple addict, and she started torturing. She had two children and she came out of the family, and the parents are not able to forgive her because she married against their will, and she was on her own along with the two children. Now with the two children she is alone, right sir? Now I knew I should either succumb to the burden or fight. So two options is there left to her. She says, what she says is, I should either succumb to the burden. Succumb means what? Because all the problems, I should fall defeated, or fight, or I should fight against this circumstances, right? Either I have to be a victim for the circumstances, or I have to fight. I decided to fight my lonely battle. So what she decided? To fight the lonely battle. She said she started selling pickles. She started selling what? Pickles, squashes and jam. Squashes and jam. So all eatable things she started selling. She made at home. She prepared all the eatable things in the home, right? Bhaji, vada and pickles and jams. She started selling with the mobile cart. Eventually she started her own cart and Marine Drive. Marine Drive means what? People come there in the car, they eat and they go. In Mumbai she started a business. On the first she just sold 1 cup of coffee. First day how much she sold? Only 1 cup of coffee, making 50 pies the first day. First day what is her business turnover? Only 1 coffee, that is 50 paise she got by selling a cup of coffee. She never lost hope and earned as high as 25,000 rupees a day. So slowly from 50 paise it increased to how much? 25,000 rupees per day. One day the slum clearance board, what is the slum clearance board? The people living in the hut in the towns, cities, right? Slum area. That clearance board gave her an offer to run the canteen at their office with a proper kitchen. So slum clearance board said, okay, you can run a canteen over in our office. So with a kitchen is there. And the chairman met her during her morning walk. So the chairman was walking in the morning walk. There he met her and he offered her with this offer. It was a huge success. Immediately she started her hotel canteen and it was a great success. Thereafter she never looked back. After that money started coming in. She suffered the second shock of her life in 2004. So first shock is husband is a drug addict, alcohol addict. So marriage failure. Then after that her parents also left her. So she started working. First day only 50 paise. then it is increased to 25,000. Then slum clearance board, she has started a canteen. It started growing well. And the second tragedy in her life in 2004, when she lost her daughter and son-in-law in a road accident. In a road accident, daughter and son-in-law died. The ambulance refused to carry their dead bodies. She rang up to for an ambulance. The ambulance, they are not ready to carry the dead body. Finally, somebody carried all the dead bodies in the boot of a car. Boot of the car means what? In the dick of the car, they put the dead bodies, and the dead bodies are carried away. She couldn't bear them seen and broke down. She was not able to tolerate that problem. No ambulance is there to take the dead bodies, so she was feeling so sad. Now, that is when she decided, to keep an ambulance on that very spot to help people, whether the victims are alive or dead. So what she did, she bought an ambulance. She kept the ambulance at the very spot where her daughter died, and no ambulance was ready to take the dead body. So she kept the ambulance over there to carry not only the dead bodies but also people who are sick. And it is in memory of her daughter. Now today, Patricia, her name is Patricia, her name is Patricia. So along with the son, she has a son and a daughter. Daughter died, so son runs the chain of restaurant. Patricia runs the hotel called chain of restaurants called Sandeepa. Sandeepa in her daughter's memory. So the daughter's name is Sandeepa. And around how many people are there? 200 people work under her. She was awarded FIZI Entrepreneur of the Year in 2010. In 2010, she became the Best Entrepreneur award she has got. So in this moral, what you are able to understand with the story, not true, it's a true story, it's a true happening. It says that life is full of miserables. So you shouldn't succumb to the problems and feel defeated. You have to fight against the problem. You have to take the problems as a challenge. So you have to win the life by taking the problems as challenges. Right, this is the philosophy of the story. Hope you are able to understand. The second sweet inspirational story. One other story we have. A woman once came to Gandhiji. Gandhiji, our father of nation. One woman came to Gandhiji and asked him to please tell her son to give up eating sugar. So this boy loves to eat lot of sugar items. What is that? Jalebi, Mysore pa, and whatnot, laddu, then whatnot, jangri, and all the sweet items he loves to eat. Daily he keeps eating. So she comes and tells to Gandhiji, Gandhiji, please tell my son to give up eating sugar items. Gandhiji asked the women to bring the boy back in a week. So after 1 week, why don't you bring your son here? Exactly 1 week later, the women returned and Gandhi said to the boy, after 1 week, Gandhi told, okay, bring your boy after 1 week. So the lady brought the boy after 1 week. So Gandhi said, what did Gandhi say? Please give up eating sugar, my dear boy. Please stop eating sugar. The women thanked Mahatma, and as she turned to go, asked him why he had not said those words a week ago. So now you are saying, good, Mr. Gandhi, why didn't you say 1 week before that my son shouldn't eat sugar? So Gandhiji replied, because a week ago I had not given up eating sugar. So 1 week before I used to eat a lot of sugar. I am addicted of eating sugar. I used to eat sugar. Then how can I say to your son to stop eating sugar? So 1 week it took time for me to stop eating sugar. Now I am in control of not eating sugar. Now I am eligible to advise your son. Before I am not eligible for advising your son, because I myself am an addict to sugar. Be the change you want to see in the world. So you should be the change you want to see in the world. In the world you want everybody to be good, then you should be good. You want everybody not to drink alcohol, you should not drink alcohol. You want everybody not to smoke, you should be a non-smoker. You want everybody to help, you should be a person who has the helping tendency. So you must be the change. you wish to see in the world. So you must be the change which you wish to see in the world. These are the words of the great Mahatma Gandhi. So my dear friends, wonderful two stories. One is struggle in life, one is giving away the habits. So here in American English, we teach stories and we make our students to come to the stage and give presentation about what it is. So you learn morality, you learn communication, you learn discipline, you learn a good habit and good manners. As I request this gentleman first to come forward and tell what is he able to understand from these two stories. Look at the camera and tell the moral. Yes.
From this first story, I get inspired by a woman which is with his own two children. She is able to fight against life by having his own shop, which is make a turnover of 50 paisa in first day. And finally, with his hard effort and work, he can run a many chain of restaurant in all over the world and getting a good entrepreneur award in 2010. With his help of his son, he is running a main chain of business. His daughter and son-in-law was died in a bike accident. In memory of his daughter, he ran a hotel in his daughter name. It shows hard work never fails. We have to fight against the circumstance, not to burden ourselves.
Good. And second story.
From this second story, if you want to see a change in this world, first you have to change yourself. If you have addicted in any problem, or you want all to obey a traffic rule, means first you should obey the traffic rule before advice to them.
Okay, good. I request the young lady to come forward and tell you come.
Hi friends, I'm come here talk about this story moral. I take the second story morals. First of all, I want to advise to others means first of all, be a good person with ourselves. So this moral of story is be the change you want to see in the world. So that's it, sir.
Good, good. Yes, Eugene. Yes.
The moral of the story is hard work never fails. She started from nothing. Now she owns a chain of restaurants in Bombay. And helping others is an important thing. As she suffered deeply depressed after the son-in-law and the child accident, she started giving free ambulance to help others. So this is the moral.
Second story.
The essence of the second story is before we advise others, we have to change ourselves first. Then only we can advise others.
Okay, please come.
Hi friends, I tell you about first. Hi friends, I tell you about first story. This is a woman's story. The woman was fighter in the world. The woman was fighter in the world. The woman suffered from her husband and daughter death, and then she got the restaurant and she runs under the 200 peoples. Finally, he get award entrepreneur of year 2010. I want tales about second story, sweet inspirational story, and the Mahatma Gandhi. This is a Mahatma Gandhi story. First, you change yourself and then you advise to others.
Okay, good. நண்பர்களே, ஏஸ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆங்கில வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். கதை சொல்லி உங்களுடைய கம்யூனிகேஷன் பேச்சு திறன்களை வளர்த்தக்கூடிய ஒரு ஸ்கில் கிளாஸ். ஸோ 2 ஸ்டோரிஸ் இருக்கிறது. ஒன்று என்னன்னு வாழ்க்கை முழுக்க ஒரு போராட்டம், வாழ்க்கை பிறந்ததிலிருந்து சாவும் வரைக்கும் ஒரு விதை விதைக்கப்படுகிறது. அந்த செடியாக வளர வேண்டுமென்றால் மண்ணுடன் போராட வேண்டும். அதற்கு பிறகு அந்த செடி பெரிதாக்குகிற பொழுது அந்த மலைக்கும் காற்றுக்கும் ஆடு மாடு புல் பூண்டு அனைத்தும் வந்து சாப்பிட்டு விடும் என்று அந்த செடி போராடி வளர வேண்டும். ஒரு செடிக்கு இந்த அளவு போராட்டம் இருக்கிற பொழுது ஒரு மனிதனாக இருக்கக்கூடியவனுக்கு சதா காலமும் போராடி கொண்டிருக்க வேண்டும். செட்டில் லைஃப் என்ற ஒரு வார்த்தையே கிடையாது. வாழ்க்கை முழுக்க போராட்டம் போராட்டம் போராட்டம். உணவுக்கு போராட்டம், இருக்க இடத்திற்கு போராட்டம், குடும்பத்திற்கு போராட்டம், அன்புக்கு போராட்டம், பாசத்திற்கு போராட்டம், பேருக்கு போராட்டம், புகழ்ச்சிக்கு போராட்டம், போராட்டம் போராட்டம் போராட்டம். ஸோ இந்த போராட்ட வாழ்க்கையிலே போராடி கொண்டிருக்கிற பொழுது பல கஷ்டங்கள் வேதனைகள் படுகிற பொழுது துவண்டு விட்டீர்கள் என்றால் தோல்வி அடைகிறீர்கள். சண்டையிட்டு போராடுகிற பொழுது நீங்கள் வெற்றி அடைகிறீர்கள். ஸோ இதில் ஒரு பெண் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு நாளைக்கு 50 பைசா தான் சம்பாதித்து கொண்டிருக்கிறாள். இவள் தன்னுடைய கணவனை காதலித்து திருமணம் செய்து கொண்டால் பெற்றோர் அவளை உதாசீனப்படுத்தி விட்டார்கள், உதவி இல்லை. கணவன் திருமணத்திற்கு பிறகு மதுவுக்கு அடிமையாகி விடுகிறான், கஞ்சாவுக்கு அடிமையாகி விடுகிறான். குடும்பத்திலே உறவுகளிலே போராட்டம். அங்கே 2 குழந்தைகள். குடும்பத்தை விட்டு வெளியே வருகிறாள். உணவிற்காக பீச்சிலே தினமும் சாப்பாடக்கூடிய அந்த பிரெட் பட்டர் பஜ்ஜி போண்டா விற்று சம்பாதித்து கொண்டிருக்கிறாள். அடுத்ததாக அவள் சொந்தமாக ஒரு டீ கடை ஆரம்பிக்கிறாள். ஒரு நாளைக்கு ஒரு 50 பைசாவுக்கு ஒரு காஃபி தான் விற்றது. அதற்கு பிறகு ஒரு அலுவலகத்திலே ஒரு கேன்டீன் ஆரம்பிக்கிறாள். அந்த கேன்டீன் மூலமாக 25,000 ரூபா ஒரு நாள் சம்பாதிக்கிறாள். மேலும் தன்னுடைய மகளும் மருமகனும் ஒரு விபத்திலே இறந்து விடுகிறார்கள். அது 2வது மிகப்பெரிய சோதனை. அந்த இறந்த உடல்களை ஆஸ்பத்திரிக்கு கொண்டு செல்வதற்கு அல்லது மயானத்துக்கு செல்வதற்கு எந்த ஊர்த்தி வாகனங்களும் வர தயாராக இல்லாத போது அதை கண்டு அழுதால் வேதனையுற்றால். அதற்காகவே தன்னுடைய மகளும் மருமகனும் இறந்த அதே இடத்திலே ஒரு ஊர்த்தி வாகனம், ஆம்புலன்ஸ் வாகனத்தை வைத்து இன்றும் இலவசமாக மக்களுக்கு சேவை செய்கிறாள். இவள் தன்னுடைய அறிவாற்றலால் உழைப்பால் மும்பையிலே ஒரு 10-15 உணவு விடுதிகளை வைத்திருக்கிறாள். தன்னுடைய மகளான சந்தீபா என்ற பெயரிலே 200 பேர்கள் அவளுக்கு கீழே வேலை செய்கிறார்கள். இந்த இவள் 2010 சிறந்த தொழில் அதிபர் என்ற பட்டத்தை வாங்கினாள். ஸோ அவளுடைய பெயர் பேட்ரிஷியா என்று சொல்கிறோம். இது உழைப்புக்கு கிடைத்த வெற்றி, போராட்டத்திற்கு கிடைத்த வெற்றி. நாம் எவ்வளவு கொடுத்து வைத்திருக்கிறோம் என்று நினைத்து பாருங்கள். இத்தனை இருந்தும் நாம் போராடுவதற்கு நமக்கு துணிச்சல் இல்லை. ஆனால் இந்த பெண் ஒன்றும் இல்லாமல் இன்றைக்கு மும்பையிலே தலை சிறந்த ஒரு தொழில் அதிபராக மாறியிருக்கிறார். ஸோ இவளை போன்று நாமும் போராட்ட குணமை பெற்று விடுவோம். அடுத்ததாக ஸ்வீட் இன்ஸ்பிரேஷனல் ஸ்டோரி. மகாத்மா காந்தி இடம் ஒரு பெண் வருகிறாள். தன்னுடைய மகன் எப்பொழுதும் இனிப்பு சாப்பிட்டு கொண்டே இருக்கிறான். அவன் சாப்பிடுவதை நிறுத்தச் சொல்லி காந்தியிடம் சொல்ல, காந்தி என்ன சொல்கிறார், 1 வாரம் கழிந்து உன் மகனை அழைத்து வா என்று சொல்ல, அந்த தாயும் 1 வாரம் கழிந்து மகனை அழைத்து வருகிறார். அழைத்து வந்த பொழுது காந்தி சொல்கிறார், இனிப்பெல்லாம் அதிகமாக சாப்பிடாதே, விட்டுவிடு என்று சொல்கிறார். அந்த பெண்ணுக்கு ஆச்சரியம், ஏன் 1 வாரத்திற்கு முன்னாடியே நீங்கள் சொல்லவில்லை, இப்பொழுது சொல்கிறீர்கள் என்று காந்தியிடம் கேட்க, காந்தி சொல்கிறார், நானும் இனிப்புக்கு அடிமையானவன், சதா இனிப்பை சாப்பிட்டு கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடியவன். நான் இனிப்பு சாப்பிடுகிற பொழுது நான் அவனுக்கு எப்படி அறிவுரை கூற முடியும் என்று சொல்கிறார். ஆக எது மாற வேண்டும் என்று நினைக்கிறாயோ அந்த மாற்றமாக நீ இருக்க வேண்டும். குடிக்காதே என்று மற்றவர்களிடம் சொல்வதற்கு முன்னாடி நீ மது அருந்தாதவனாக இருக்க வேண்டும். புகைக்காதே என்று மற்றவர்களிடம் அறிவுரை சொல்கிற பொழுது நீ புகைக்காதவனாக இருக்க வேண்டும். மற்றவர்களை நல்லது செய்ய வேண்டும், உதவி செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று சொல்கிற பொழுது நீ நல்லது செய்யக்கூடியவனாக, உதவி செய்யக்கூடியவனாக இருக்க வேண்டும். மாற்றங்கள் என்ன ஆக வேண்டும் என்று ஆசைப்படுகிறாயோ அந்த மாற்றமாக நீ இருந்தால்தான் மாற்றத்தை கொண்டு வருவாய். ஸோ அடுத்ததாக நம்மிடம் ஒரு வருங்கால இளைய சமுதாய ஒரு வழக்கறிஞர் வருகிறார். அவர் வந்து பேசுவார், என்ன இந்த கதையின் தத்துவத்தை பற்றி. மேலே வாருங்கள், தமிழிலே நீங்கள் பேசுங்கள். நீங்கள் தமிழ்நாட்டிலே சிறந்த இது தமிழின் மேல் தீவிர காதல் உடைய உங்கள் ஆங்கிலம் உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்காது என்று தெரியும். நீங்கள் தமிழிலே தாராளமாக நீங்கள் பேசலாம்.
இப்போ நான் இந்த செகண்ட் ஸ்டோரி சொல்கிறேன்.
நம்ம காந்திஜியிடம் வந்து ஒரு பெண் வந்து போய் என் மகன் வந்து அதிகமாக இனிப்பு சாப்பிட்டுட்டு இருக்கான், இனிப்பு பலகாரம் அது மாதிரி நிறைய பொருட்கள் சாப்பிட்டு இருக்கான், அதனால அவனை சாப்பிட வேண்டாம்னு கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க காந்திஜி அப்படின்ட்டு வந்து அந்த பெற்றோர் வந்து சொல்கிறாங்க. அது சொன்னதுக்கு காந்திஜி சொல்கிறாரு, அவனை வந்து ஒரு 1 வீக் கழிச்சு ஒரு வாரம் கழித்து நீ அவனை கூட்டிகிட்டு வா அப்படின்னு சொன்னது. அந்த தாய் வந்துட்டு ஒரு வாரம் கழித்து கூட்டிகிட்டு வராங்க. கூட்டிகிட்டு வந்தோடனே அந்த காந்திஜி வந்து அந்த பையன்கிட்ட சொல்கிறாரு, நீ வந்து இந்த சுகர் சாப்பிட்றது நிப்பாட்டிடு அப்படின்றாங்க. உடனே அவங்க அம்மா வந்து என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, நீங்கள் ஒரு வாரத்துக்கு முன்னாடியே சொல்லியிருக்கலாம்ல காந்திஜி அப்படின்ட்டு கேட்குறாங்க. அது காந்திஜி சொன்னார், நான் ஒரு வாரத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நானும் இனிப்பு பலகாரம் அதிகமாக சாப்பிடுவேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காரு. அதுக்கு வந்து அந்த அவர் காந்திஜி சொல்கிறாரு, நான் வந்து சாப்பிட்றத நிப்பாட்டிட்ட பிறகு தான் அதுக்கப்புறமா தான் நான் வேறு யார்கிட்டையும் சொல்ல முடியும். அதே மாதிரி நம்ம ஏதோன்னு ஒருத்தவங்களுக்கு குறை சொல்கிறோன்னா வந்து நம்ம அந்த குறையை தீர்த்திட்ட பிறகு தான் மற்றவங்களுக்கு அந்த குறையை செய்ய வேண்டாம்னு சொல்லணும்.
Good Divya, good Divya. Thank you very much. Friends, welcome to AS American English. Today we have come here to the story number 39. We teach you stories, we teach you philosophies, we teach you betterment of life through stories, we teach you communication skills through stories. Dear friends, today's topic is what every human being is searching for. Happiness. What is happiness? The God has created a beautiful planet. In this planet you find beautiful mountains, rivers, ocean, trees, birds, fish. Have you ever enjoyed this beautiful thing, right? When you walk in the street, you feel the weather. When you take bath, the cool water going down your body, tickling. And do you have the sense of, excitement when you pour water on your head taking bath? So each and every second is an enjoyment. So you enjoy the world with the responsibility, right? Not enjoying or marveling the world without having any responsibilities. Your responsibilities towards your family members, your responsibility towards your society, your responsibility towards you, then you marvel the world. Both should be going together, not in extreme ends, only responsibilities without concentrating on any other activities, only concentrating on all the ceremonies, functions, celebrations, and not taking care of your responsibilities, right? That is the reason we have during Lord Rama days, all 360 days is a celebration. Now we have monthly one celebration, Pongal, Diwali, then what, Christmas, then Bakrid and Ramjan and what not, all the functions are there. But in Rama days, every day is a celebration. People enjoy the celebration and people also had the responsibility. So here, my dear friends, the secret of happiness, everybody are longing for happiness. What is that? A certain shopkeeper sent his son to learn about the secret of happiness. Learn the secret of happiness. A shopkeeper sent his son go out and find what is happiness from the wisest man in the world. Learn from the greatest man in the world what is happiness. So the lad means the young man, wandered through the desert for 40 days. So the young man went through the forest for 40 days and finally came upon a beautiful castle. What do you mean by castle? A palace. High on a top of a mountain, there was a castle palace. He came there. It was here that the wise man lived. So this is the place where the wisest of wise, the greatest of man who has the wisdom, is living here. Able to understand? A businessman wants his son to know about happiness. So he sent his son. So his son wandered through the deserts for how many days? 40 days, and finally he came to a mountain. On top of a mountain he found a castle, and somebody told, in the castle there's the wisest of wise man living over there. Rather than finding a saintly man, he thought a man with all the white beard and old man will be sitting. That's what the lad thought, young man thought. But though our hero, on entering the main room of the castle, When he came to the main room of the castle, he saw a hive of activity. A lot of activities are going on. What is that? Tradesmen come and went. Business people coming and going. People were conversing in the corners. A lot of people are speaking here and there. A small orchestra was playing soft music. So in that room, orchestra is playing, people are there, people are talking, business is going on, and there was a table covered with platters of most delicious food in that part of the world. So in one side you find a dining table where the most richest, wonderful, delicious food is being served there. The wise man conversed with everyone. So that elderly man, the man who is owning the castle, the man who is considered to be the wisest man, he was conversing with everybody, he was speaking with everyone, and the boy had to wait for 2 hours before it was his turn to be given the man's attention. So the boy was waiting for 2 hours to speak with the wisest of the wise man. So the wise man listened attentively to the boy's explanation of why he had come. So why the boy had come to that hill station? To see there, to know the secret of success, right, sir? But told him that he didn't have time just then to explain the secret of happiness. So the wisest of man said, no, I don't have time to tell you what is secret of happiness. You have to experience the secret of happiness. So he suggested that the boy look around the palace and return in 2 hours. So the wise man told, I give you 2 hours, you go around the palace and come back, then you will know the secret of success. But he also told, meanwhile, he kept a condition. What is the condition? I want to ask you to do something. The old man told, the wise man told, yes, the boy should do something. Said the wise man, handling the boy a teaspoon that held 2 drops of oil. So the wisest man, he gave him a spoon. With that, 2 drops of oil was put. As you wander around, so as you go around the palace, you have to keep this spoon with you without allowing the oil to spill. Able to understand? So 2 spoons of oil is put in the spoon. So you have to look around the palace without spilling this oil. So you have to take this and go. So this is the condition. The boy began climbing and descending the main stairways. So he started climbing, going up and down of the palace and keeping what is that? His eyes fixed on the spoon. So his eyes always fixed on the spoon. What is that? The oil should not be spilled. So he was just walking around the palace looking at the spoon and the oil. After 2 hours he returned to the room where the wise man was. So the wise man asked the wise man, did you see the Persian tapestries? What do you mean by tapestries? The great paintings, right? Tapestries, the great paintings that are hanging in my dining hall. So the wisest man asked, did you see all the pictures which is painted and hanging in the dining hall? Did you see the garden that took the master gardener 10 years to create? So the wisest man also asked, did you see the garden which it took 10 years to make this garden? And he also asked, did you notice the beautiful parchments in my library? What do you mean by parchments? The skin of the goat, skin of the cow, where all the written things are written and kept in the library in those olden days. So the boy was embarrassed. The boy was so sad and embarrassed and confessed. He agreed that he had observed nothing. The boy told, no, I didn't notice anything. His only concern had been not to spill the oil that the wise man had entrusted to him. So this boy always thinking about that oil should not be spilled. So he was just going around. He was very careful on only that. He didn't enjoy the what is in the palace. Then go back, the wise man said, go back and observe the marvels of my world. So the wise man told, go now once again, go and look around the palace. Said the wise man, so you cannot trust a man if you don't know his house. So only by knowing my house you can trust me, right? What is my family? Where do I come from? So you have to see my house, only then you can trust me. Relieved, the boy picked up the spoon and returned to his exploration of the palace. So the boy took the spoon with the oil and he started going around the palace. This time wise man told, you have to look around the beauty, enjoy what is in the palace. This time observing all of the works of art on the ceilings and the walls. So he just saw what all written in the ceilings, what's all in the side of the walls, the pictures. He saw the gardens, the mountains, and all around him the beauty of the flowers. So the castle is in the hill top of the hill. So he enjoyed watching all the mountains, the flowers, the rivers, and the taste with which everything had been selected. So the most beautiful selection of things was there. So he was enjoying everything. Upon returning to the wise man, he related in detail everything he had seen. After coming, he told to the wise man what all he has seen, what all he has enjoyed watching. So, but where are the drops of oil I entrusted you? So now the wise man asked, last time you brought the oil, now where is the oil in the spoon? Asked the wise man. So what happened here? Looking down at the spoon. So the boy looked at the spoon. What he saw? He held. The boy saw that the oil was gone. Oil is not there. So, well, there is only one piece of advice I can give you. So the wise man told, I can give you one advice. What is that advice? Said the wisest of wise men, the secret of happiness is to see all the marvels of the world, right? The planet, Singapore, Malaysia, Alps mountain, Niagara Falls, Himalayas, Shimla, Kanyakumari, Kodaikanal, Ooty, Switzerland, Sweden, Arctic, Antarctica, America. You go everywhere and see the beauty. Pyramids are there, Taj Mahal is there, Kazi is there, Ganga river. You see the beauty, marvel of the world, and never to forget the drops of oil. But you also should be very careful that oil is not spilled. You have to be very careful. So enjoy the world with certain responsibility on the spoon. So this is the secret of the success. What is the secret of success? You should study well. You should also enjoy everything. You watch television, you watch movies, you read novels, you enjoy with the friends, but also you should study well. You enjoy your life. You go to discotheque, you go to pub, you go here and there, but also it is your duty to take care of your family and children. It is your duty to take care of your husband and children. So you enjoy everything, but be a duty bound citizen for the nation, right? You should take a role of being a good citizen to the nation, good father to your son, good son to your father, good husband to your wife, good wife to your husband, good neighbor to your neighbor, good student to your teacher, and good teacher to your student. So you should take a best role with responsibilities. Hope you are able to understand. Are you clear? So I request each one of you to come forward and tell, are you responsible person, and what is the secret of success which you have understood? Please come forward, sir, and look at the camera over there and say one by one, what is the secret of happiness? This is the topic. Yes.
Good afternoon. This thing is going to face in my next part of my life, because I finished my studies. In my studies, I have been 20% is concentrated in studies and 80% I concentrate in joyful with my friends, roaming out. But in this part of life, I'm going to face 50% of the life I should spend in joyness, and 50% of the life I should responsibility to my family and to the society. If we cannot miss the joyful and we cannot miss the responsibility, because if the age goes, we cannot get it back. So live the life at the age as a responsibility and the joyful to your life. Thank you.
Good. You gentlemen, please come forward and tell what is your point. Name please.
Good morning. The secret of happiness is education is not a full of life, and joyness is a full of not a life. Some people are educated very much, but they do not know what is the joyness. They do not know what is the joyness, but joyness is not a full of life. We want to work. We want to give the equal amount of importance to joyness and education. So only our life is very happy. Thank you.
Good. Please come.
Good morning, friend. In the story, moral has we have a more responsibility we have more responsibility about our family and society. we have no life. Life is not a joy, because responsibility is the more than joy, and we care of our families and society, and do for some family and the society. In the story, the moral has the you have wandered the world with the joy, but you have not back for the responsibility. That is.
ஸோ நண்பர்களே, ஏஎஸ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆங்கில வகுப்புகளுடைய கதை சொல்லும் வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். கதைகள் மூலமாக தத்துவங்கள், கதைகள் மூலமாக உன்னுடைய கம்யூனிகேஷன், கதைகள் மூலமாக உன்னுடைய கண்ணோட்டம், கதைகள் மூலமாக உன்னுடைய குணாதிசயங்களை மாற்றுகிறோம். ஸோ இந்த கதை 39 மூலமாக சந்தோஷம் என்றால் என்ன என்று அறிந்து கொள்வதற்காக ஒரு தந்தையார் தன்னுடைய மகனை ஒரு இடத்திற்கு அனுப்புகிறார். எங்கேயோ சென்று சந்தோஷம் என்றால் என்ன என்று கண்டுபிடித்து வா என்று ஒரு கடைக்காரர், மிகப்பெரிய பணக்காரர் அனுப்பி வைக்கிறார். பையன் செல்கிறான், ஒரு பாலைவனத்தின் மூலமாக செல்கிறான். 40 நாட்கள் அலைகிறான். கடைசியாக இறுதியாக ஒரு மலை குன்றின் மேல் மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு மாளிகை இருப்பதை பார்க்கிறான். அந்த மாளிகைக்கு செல்கிறான் சந்தோஷத்தை தேடி. ஹாப்பினஸ் என்றால் என்ன, சந்தோஷம் என்றால் என்ன என்பதை அறிந்து கொள்வதற்காக. அங்கே சொல்கிறார்கள், இந்த மலை குன்றின் மேல் ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு கோட்டை இருக்கிறது. அந்த கோட்டையிலே மிக முக்கியமான ஒரு அறிவாளி இருக்கிறார், ஞானம் பெற்றவர் இருக்கிறார். அவர் உனக்கு விளக்கம் சொல்வார் சந்தோஷம் என்றால் என்ன என்று. அந்த பையனும் அங்கு செல்கிறான். அந்த மாளிகையிலே மிகப்பெரிய வியாபாரம் நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. ஒரு பக்கம் மக்கள் இருந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள், இன்னொரு பக்கம் இசை ஆர்கெஸ்ட்ரா பாடிக்கொண்டிருக்கிறது, இன்னொரு பக்கம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அறுசுவை உணவு குமிந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. அனைவரும் சாப்பிட்டு உண்டு மகிழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அங்கே அந்த ஞானி இளையவராக இருக்கிறார். ஒரு சாமியார் என்று நினைத்தார் அந்த இளைஞர். இல்லை, ஒரு நடுத்தர வயதுடையவர். அங்கே அனைவருடனும் பேசி கொண்டிருக்கிறார். இந்த பையன் சென்று 2 மணி நேரம் காட்டுதலுக்கு பிறகு அந்த பையன் அந்த ஞானியிடம் சென்று சந்தோஷம் என்றால் என்ன என்று அறிந்து கொள்வதற்காக வந்திருக்கிறேன் என்று சொல்ல, கொஞ்சம் பொறு என்று சொல்லி அவனிடம் என்னுடைய கோட்டையை சுற்றிப்பார், சந்தோஷம் என்பதை அறிந்து கொள்வாய் என்று சொன்னார். ஆனால் ஒரு நிபந்தனை, கையிலே ஒரு ஸ்பூன் எடுத்து செல்ல வேண்டும். அந்த ஸ்பூனிலே 2 சொட்டு எண்ணெய் விட்டு விடுவேன். நீ அந்த ஸ்பூனையும் எண்ணெயும் வைத்துக்கொண்டே நடக்க வேண்டும். அந்த கோட்டை முழுக்க திரும்பி வரும்போது அந்த எண்ணெய் இருக்க வேண்டும் என்று சொல்ல, இந்த பையனும் கோட்டையை சுற்றி போகிறான். மிகவும் மிகவும் எச்சரிக்கையாக இருக்கிறான். அந்த 2 சொட்டு எண்ணெய் கீழே விழக்கூடாது என்று சதா அதிலேயே கவனம் செலுத்துகிற பொழுது அந்த கோட்டையில் உள்ள அதிநவீன இயற்கை வளம் மிகுந்த அந்த கோட்டையினுடைய அற்புதங்களை ரசிக்க முடியாதவனாக இருக்கிறான். திரும்பி அந்த ஞானியிடம் வருகிறான். ஞானி கேட்கிறாய், பார்த்தாயா, அதை பார்த்தாயா, இதை பார்த்தாயா என்று கேட்க, ஒன்றும் நான் பார்க்கவில்லை. எண்ணெய் சிந்திவிடக்கூடாது என்பதற்காக எண்ணெயிலேயே என் முழு கவனமும் இருந்தது, ஸ்பூன் மேலே. ஆக ஒன்றும் என்னால் பார்க்க முடியவில்லை என்று சொல்ல, இந்த ஞானி சொல்கிறார், மறுபடியும் நீ சென்று சுற்றிப்பார் என்று சொல்ல, இந்த முறையும் ஸ்பூனும் ஆயிலும் எடுத்து செல் என்று சொல்ல, இவனும் ஸ்பூனும் ஆயிலும் எடுத்துக்கொண்டு அங்கே சுற்றி பார்க்கிறான். கோட்டையினுடைய அற்புதங்கள், தோட்டக்கலைகளை பார்க்கிறான். அந்த செவிற்றில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஓவியங்களை பார்க்கிறான். அடுத்ததாக அங்கே அந்த நூலகத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அருமையான புஸ்தகங்களை பார்க்கிறான். தோட்டங்களை பார்க்கிறான், மலைகளை பார்க்கிறான், அங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய சிறு ஓடையை பார்க்கிறான், ரசிக்கிறான். ரசித்து அனுபவித்து திரும்பி வந்து அந்த ஞானியிடம் பேசுகிறான். ஞானி கேட்கிறாய், பார்த்தாயா? பார்த்தேன், ரசித்தேன் என்று சொல்ல, எங்கே நான் கொடுத்த அந்த எண்ணெய், அந்த ஸ்பூன் எங்கே என்று பார்க்கிற பொழுது அங்கே எண்ணெய் இல்லாமல் இருக்கிறது. ஸோ இந்த வைஸ் மேன் ஞானி சொல்கிறார், 2 விஷயங்களை நீ செய்ய வேண்டும். என்ன செய்ய வேண்டும்? எண்ணெயும் சிந்தக்கூடாது, சுற்றி இருக்கக்கூடிய கோட்டையையும் ரசிக்க வேண்டும். ஆக நம்மளுடைய வாழ்க்கையிலே பொறுப்புகளுடன் வாழ்க்கையை ரசிக்க வேண்டும், மகிழ வேண்டும், குதூகலமிட வேண்டும், கொண்டாட வேண்டும். அன்றாடும் உன்னுடைய வாழ்க்கையிலே ஒவ்வொரு நொடி பொழுதும் கொண்டாட்டமாக இருக்க வேண்டும். ஒவ்வொரு நொடி பொழுதும் இந்த பூமி உனக்கு கொடுத்த இந்த அருமையான உலகத்தை ரசிக்க வேண்டும், மேன்மை அடைய வேண்டும். ஆனால் பொறுப்புடன் இருக்க வேண்டும். அந்த பொறுப்புகள் தான் அந்த எண்ணெயும் அந்த ஸ்பூனும். சதா சர்வகாலமும் அந்த எண்ணெய் அந்த ஸ்பூனிலும் கவனம் இழுக்க வேண்டும், உலகத்தையும் ரசிக்க வேண்டும். ஒன்று உலகத்தை ரசித்துவிட்டு ரசித்து கொண்டே இந்த எண்ணெயையும் ஸ்பூனும் அந்த பொறுப்புகளை விட்டு அதை மட்டும் கவனம் செலுத்தக்கூடாது. 24 மணி நேரம் பொறுப்புகள் மட்டுமே நினைத்து கொண்டு உலகத்தை ரசிக்காத வண்ணமும் இருக்கக்கூடாது. ஆக படிப்பு மட்டுமே அல்லது வேலை வேலை என்று ஒர்க்கஹாலிக் என்று சொல்வார்கள். காலை முதல் இரவு வரைக்கும் வேலை 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 என்று அலுவலகத்திலேயே பணம் சம்பாதிப்பதை ஒரே குறிக்கோளாக இருப்பார்கள். வகுப்பிலே முதல் மாணவனாக வர வேண்டும் என்று படித்து கொண்டே இருப்பார்கள். சில பேர் 24 மணி நேரமும் போதையில் இருப்பார்கள். டெலிவிஷன் முன்னாடியே கிடப்பார்கள். ரெண்டும் தவறு. பொறுப்புடன் உலகத்தை ரசிக்க வேண்டும். அதுதான் இந்த கதையினுடைய தத்துவம். Hope you are able to understand. Are you clear? Thank you very much. Dear friends, welcome to AS American English. This is a storytelling class. Through this story, we change the person, whoever hears the story, to be a better person. By storytelling, we inspire them. By storytelling, we motivate them. We encourage them. And we make them to feel better, right? Through storytelling. Dear friends, this is a story about day-to-day life. You find a lot of people suffering from many problems, issues, right? You find mental hospitals, you find counselings, you find psychiatric hospitals, almost everything are almost busy. You have to get an appointment. General hospital, you can go and see the doctor. Even cardiac, you can go and see. Yeah, you can go for a gynecologist. A lot of doctors are there. But to get counseling for psychiatric problem, you have to wait for hours and days together. That amount of demand is there. Why? People are problematic. People have problems in their head and heart. Relationships are breaking. Then problems are happening in family, and some people are not able to adjust themselves in society. Robbers are there, eve teasers are there, molesters are there, cheaters are there, frauds are there, people who are getting bribes are there. So not only educated people, even uneducated people have these problems. So here is a life story here. So inspirational story series, the 2 hospital patients. This is the topic. 2 men. So in the hospital, 2 men were there, both seriously ill, very serious health problem. Occupied the same hospital room. In the same room, 2 persons are there, both are seriously ill. One man was allowed to sit up in his bed for an hour each afternoon to help drain the fluid from his lungs, right, sir? So in his lungs, lot of cold is there, so 1 hour he is supposed to sit and he has to take away all the liquid out of his lungs, right, sir? Every afternoon 1 hour. His bed was next to the room's only window. In the room there is only 1 window, and his bed is next to the window. The other man had to spend all his time flat on his back. Flat on his back means he has to lie down like this, because some problem, health problem, he is unable to sit erect. The 2 men talked for hours on end. So the 2 patients, they were keep talking. They spoke of their wives, they spoke of their family, they spoke of their homes, they spoke of their jobs, their involvement in the military service. So both were in the military. So where they had been on holiday. So where all they have been in holiday, how did they spend? So both the patients are from military, right? So, and every afternoon when the man in the bed by the window could sit up, so whenever the man near to the window is able to sit up, he would pass the time by describing to his roommate all the things he could see outside the window. So every afternoon, what happened? This fellow, the patient who is sitting near to the window, he just 1 hour he has to take the liquid fluid out of his lungs, right? So this person sitting near to the window, he just describes to the other patient what all happening outside the window. The man in the other bed began to live for those 1 hour periods where his world would be broadened and enlivened by all the activity and color of the world outside, right? Always in the bed, he is not sitting near to the window. So the patient who is sitting near to the window, he used to say, how beautiful the world is outside. And this fellow used to enjoy. Who is the person who's lying on the bed? He is not able to sit up. So that 1 hour is the only hour he enjoyed his life most, because his mind broadened. So the window overlooked a park with a lovely lake. So this fellow patient is saying, who is sitting near to the window, says, there's a lake, a beautiful lake is there, and a park is there outside the window. Ducks and swans played on the water while children sailed their model boats. He was saying ducks are there, swans are there. They were doing, then the children were making artificial boats and sailing in the young stream. Young lovers walked arm in arm amongst flowers of every color of the rainbow. So young lovers, they are walking in the park, putting hands together. So the grand old trees, a lot of trees are there, grace the landscape, and a fine view of the city skyline could be seen in the distance. So he says, you can see this slope, the cityscape and all the beautiful structures. So as the man by the window described all this in exquisite detail, the man on the other side of the room would close his eyes and imagine the picturesque scene. Able to understand? So the man on the other side, he used to close his eyes and enjoy such a beautiful lake, swans, ducks, children playing artificial boats, lovers putting hands together and walking amongst the flowers and big trees, the landscape. So the other man was enjoying. One warm afternoon, the man by the window described a parade passing by. So the man near the window, the patient, he was saying a parade is going on. Although the other man couldn't hear the band, he could see it in his mind. So when this fellow told the patient near the window, one parade is going on, but the other man was not able to hear. Maybe he thought, okay, window is closed, and he is able to think how beautiful the parade would be. Being a military man, I, as the gentleman by the window, portrayed it with descriptive words, days and weeks past. So daily this is what's happening. 1 hour, the patient near the window used to describe all the beautiful things, what's happening outside the world. One morning, the day nurse arrived to bring water for a bath, only to find the lifeless body of the man by the window. So one day nurse came with the water to wash these two patients, and she found the patient who was sitting near to the window, lying near to the window, is dead, who had died peacefully in his sleep. So she was saddened and called the hospital attendants to take the body. So she asked the attendants to take the body out because the patient has died away. As soon as it seemed appropriate, the other man asked if he could be moved next to the window. So the man who was hearing all these news from the patient who was sitting near to the window asked, could I move near to the window? The nurse was happy to make the switch, and after making sure he was comfortable, she left him alone. So she took this patient who was sitting, lying on the back, and she put him near to the window, where the window bed was vacant because of the man who had died. So she has placed him over there. Slowly, painfully, he propped himself up on one elbow to take his first look at the world outside. After long months together, he pushed his elbow and he was just looking through the window. He was trying to look through the window. Finally, he would have the joy of seeing it for himself. So finally, he was able to see the world by himself. So he was expecting a lot. He strained to slowly turn to look out the window beside the bed, right? He was trying to push and find out what it is there outside the window. It faced a blank wall. So what did he see? A blank wall. Only the wall is there. He was shocked. The man asked the nurse what could have compelled his deceased roommate, who had described such wonderful things outside this window. So this man who was lying in the bed back, who came near to the window, and he asked why that man, the patient who was lying near to the window, described such beautiful things, but such beautiful events to me, and what is the reason? So the nurse responded that the man was blind. So the nurse told, That man who described all those things, one important thing, he is not able to see. He is a blind person and could not even see the wall. Even the wall is there, he could not even see the wall. So here she said, perhaps she just wanted to encourage you. So all those things daily used to say for 1 hour, such beautiful ducks and lakes and parks and lovers and trees and flowers, just to make you encouraged. So today what is the moral of the story? Today will never come again. Today is a single day, it will never come again. Once the day is gone, it won't come again. Be a friend, encourage someone. Be a friend and encourage someone, right sir? Somebody comes to you, your friend is in trouble. Be an encouragement, don't discourage them. Be encouraging, encourage them, be positive and don't be negative. Be optimist, don't be pessimist. So take time to take care. Let your words heal and not wound. So your words should heal and not wound, right? The words coming from your tongue, the 6-inch tongue, it should make a 6 feet man as if he is 600 feet tall. You should not make with your 6-inch tongue. Make a 6 feet man to die, right? So you shouldn't destroy the man's character or women's belief system. So you should encourage. So here that patient who died encouraged the other patient by saying all the beautiful things so that he should enjoy, he should be happy, he should have some sort of a purpose in life. Hope you are able to understand. So I request one by one to come here and tell a bit of the story and moral. Yes, please come forward, sir, and tell what you are able to understand. Have you experienced anything in this life? Are there friends for you to encourage? Just say the moral of the story, that's enough. Yes, sir.
Hi, I am Aravind. I am going to talk about this story. In this story, it's happened in my personal life. One incident I am going to share in this stage. My friend who always feel that he can't able to do anything in his own, and is in his home also, his parents himself is not supporting to him. He is feel fluctuate and he is fed up with his studies. He is in science group. When public exam is nearing, he stopped reading and said, I am not able to go for the exam. And we and our friends said, at least you will score any pass mark, and we will encourage him and prepare for that public exam. Finally, he is not able to score more marks, but he scored 900. I think it's average good mark. But instead of a friend feeling sad, at least make them wound. At least with your tongue, you can make him encourage and feel cheer up and heal his wounded heart.
Good. Yes, please come forward and tell what you are able to understand. Only the philosophy, the moral. Yes, sir. Take a seat.
Hi friends.
Come closer to your mouth.
Hello.
Kodanga.
Hi.
Hello. Keep it close. Keep it close to your mouth.
Hi friends, I am coming here to talk about this moral of this story. Actually, moral of story is we want to encourage to others. If I encourage,
look at there and speak.
In this encourage time, if you need to tell lie, means it's not a mistake, because encourage is help to others.
Okay, tell about your real-time experience. Some experience.
My real-time experience. My husband only encouraged me to learn the American English course and come to work in Dubai. So that's why I came here to learn the learn to American English course.
So he is encouraging you, isn't it? That's what you want to tell. Okay, now you young gentleman, you can go up and tell your real life experience also, and what do you understand by this moral. Yes.
So the story reminds me of one of my life story. And when I started my college first year, I was weak at maths. So in the model exam, I didn't prepare well, and I failed. But one of my friends told me that I passed in the exam, and I did very well. I got about 75%. So it improved my willpower, and I passed in max exam in the semester exams, and I got good grades.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, Mani, please come forward and tell. Yes, one soft words, one. Yes, sit there, sit there. In the chair. Okay.
Hi friends, I am Yamni. My mom was encouraged to study in my maths and science. I am not concentrated in maths and science subject, but my mom was encouraged to. You will study. You will do it. You will go to success. I tell I am not to tell lie. You will do it to encourage me and first he is encouraged and standing in here to college final year.
Good. So some nice, beautiful, encouraging words will bring a lot of change in your life, right? So it can make a dead body to come alive, or it can make a lively person to go dead. ஸோ நண்பர்களே, ஏஎஸ் அமெரிக்கன் ஆங்கில வகுப்புகளுக்கு வரவேற்கிறோம். கதை 40 கதைகள் மூலமாக உற்சாகமும் ஊக்கமும் அளிக்கக்கூடிய ஆக்கப்பூர்வமான மனோதத்துவ கதைகளை உங்களுக்கு சொல்கிறோம். அது உங்களுடைய குணம், உங்களுடைய சிந்தனைகள், உங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கை முறைகளை மாற்றி அமைக்கக்கூடிய கதைகளாக இருக்கிறது. இந்த கதைகள் மூலமாக என்ன சொல்லப்படுகிறது என்றால், ஒரு மனிதனாக இருக்கக்கூடியவர் நாம் மற்றவர்களை உற்சாகமும் ஊக்கமும் அளிக்க வேண்டும். அது பொய்யாக இருந்தாலும் மற்றவர்களுடைய கவலையை போக்குவதற்கு, அவர்களை ஊக்கப்படுத்துவதற்கும் உற்சாகப்படுத்துவதற்கும், அவர்கள் தோல்வியிலிருந்து வெளிவருவதற்காகவும் அவர்களுக்கு பொய்கள் சொல்வதில் எந்த விதமான தப்பும் இல்லை. ஸோ போற்றி புகழலாம். அது பொய்யான போற்றலாக இருந்தாலும் பொய்யான தூற்றலாக இருந்தாலும் அவர்களை உற்சாகப்படுத்தலாம். உற்சாகப்படுத்தி அவர்களிடமிருந்து இருக்கக்கூடிய அவர்கள் வாழ்க்கையிலே வாழ்வதற்கு ஒரு ஆக்கமும் ஊக்கமும் அளிக்க வேண்டும். அதுதான் இந்த கதையினுடைய தத்துவம். ஸோ ஒரு ஆஸ்பத்திரியிலே ஒரு அறையிலே 2 நோயாளிகள் படுத்திருக்கிறார்கள். ஒரு நோயாளி தன்னுடைய இதயத்திலிருந்து வரக்கூடிய சளி பிரச்சனைக்காக வந்திருக்கிறார். இன்னொரு நோயாளி உடம்புல முதுகெல்லாம் பல பிரச்சனைகள் ஆகையால் படுத்த படுக்கையாக இருக்கிறாள். எழுந்திருக்க கூட முடியாத ஒரு தீவிரமான ஒரு நிலைமை. ஸோ ஜன்னலுக்கு அருகே ஒரு நோயாளி, அந்த இதயத்திலிருந்து நுரையீரலிருந்து சளியை எடுக்கக்கூடிய நோயாளியும், அந்த படுத்து அசைய முடியாத நோயாளி அந்த ஜன்னலுக்கு ரொம்ப தூரத்திலும் இருக்கிறார்கள். ஆக இந்த 1 மணி நேரம் தினமும் மதிய நேரம் இந்த நெஞ்சிலை சளி இருக்கக்கூடிய நோயாளி எழுந்து உட்கார்ந்து சளியை எடுக்கிறார். அந்த நேரத்திலே அந்த ஜன்னலுக்கு அருகே இருக்கிற காரணத்தினால அவர் என்ன சொல்கிறார், இன்னொரு பக்கத்தில் இருக்க நோயாளியிடம் சொல்கிறார், ஜன்னலுக்கு அந்த புறம் அழகான ஒரு பூங்கா இருக்கிறது, அழகான ஒரு ஓடை இருக்கிறது, ஓடைகளிலே வாத்து இருக்கிறது, மயில்கள் கூவிக்கொண்டிருக்கின்றன, சிறு பையன்கள் படகு விட்டு கொண்டு விளையாடி கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள், காதலர்கள் கை கோர்த்து கொண்டு அந்த மலர்கள் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த செடி கொடிகளின் ஊடே சென்று கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள், பார்ப்பதற்கு பிரமாதமாக இருக்கிறது என்று அனைத்தும் சொல்ல, அங்கே என்ன நடக்கிறது என்று அந்த 1 மணி நேரம் விவரித்து சொல்கிற பொழுது இந்த அறையிலேயே இருந்து வெளி உலகம் என்னவென்று அறியாத மற்றொரு நோயாளி ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் அடைகிறார். ஸோ ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் அந்த 1 மணி நேரம் என்னென்ன நடக்கிறது அந்த பூங்காவிலே என்பதை இந்த ஜன்னலுக்கு அருகே இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த நோயாளி விவரித்து சொல்ல சொல்ல இவருடைய மனது அகலப்படுகிறது, வாழ்க்கையிலே உற்சாகமாகிறது இவருக்கு. ஒரு நாள் ஒரு நர்ஸ் வருகிறார். வந்து பார்க்கிற பொழுது அந்த ஜன்னலுக்கு அருகே இருக்கக்கூடிய நோயாளி இரவில் தூங்கும் போதே உயிர் துறந்து விடுகிறார். ஸோ அந்த பிணத்தை அப்புறப்படுத்தும் பொழுது அந்த ஜன்னலுக்கு அருகே இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த பக்கம் ஓரமாக இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த நோயாளி கேட்கிறார், அவர்தான் இறந்து விட்டாரே, நான் அந்த ஜன்னலுக்கு அருகே வரட்டுமா என்று கேட்க, நர்ஸும் சரி என்று அவரை அந்த ஜன்னலுக்கு பக்கத்திலே படுக்க வைக்கிறார். சரி, இத்தனை நாள் தன்னுடைய நண்பன், தன்னுடைய சக நோயாளி இந்த கதைகளெல்லாம் சொன்னால் ஜன்னலுக்கு அருகே என்னென்ன இருக்கிறது என்று நாமே இப்பொழுது நேரடியாக பார்ப்போம் என்று கையை முட்டியை ஊன்றி அவர் மெதுவாக எட்டி பார்க்கிறார். ஜன்னலுக்கு வெளியே என்ன இருக்கிறது? ஒரு முழு செவுறு தான் இருக்கிறது, ஒன்றுமே கிடையாது. இவர் நோயாளி அதிர்ச்சி அடைகிறார். அந்த நர்ஸிடம் கேட்கிறார், அம்மா என்ன இது, என்ன பிரச்சனை, எதற்காக அவர் என்னிடம் பொய் சொல்ல வேண்டும்? தினமும் 1 மணி நேரம் பூங்கா இருக்கிறது, காதலர்கள் இருக்கிறார்கள், மலர்கள் இருக்கிறது, ஏரி இருக்கிறது என்று என்னென்னமோ சொன்னாரே என்று கேட்க அந்த நர்ஸு சொல்லுகிறார், உங்களை உற்சாகப்படுத்துவதற்கும் ஊக்கப்படுத்துவதற்கும் அவர் சொல்லியிருக்கிறார். உண்மை என்னவென்றால் அவருக்கு 2 கண்களுமே தெரியாது என்று சொல்ல இவர் அதிர்ச்சி அடைகிறார். ஆக இதிலிருந்து என்ன தெரிந்து கொண்டோம்? மற்றவர்கள் மனது உடைந்து இருக்கிற பொழுது பொய்களை வேண்டுமானாலும் சொல்லி அவர்கள் வாழ்க்கையில் ஒரு உற்சாகத்தை கொண்டு வரலாம். அவர்கள் மனம் நொடிந்து வாழ்க்கையே போதும் என்ற நிலையில் இருக்கிற பொழுது, வாழ்க்கையை முடித்து கொள்ளலாம் என்ற நிலையில் இருக்கிற பொழுது கூட இன்னும் 1000 பொய் சொல்லி அவர்களை மேலும் உற்சாகப்படுத்தலாம். இந்த 6 இன்ச் நாக்கு 6 அடி மனிதனை கொல்லவும் செய்யும். 6 அடி மனிதனை 600 அடி மனிதனாக மிகப்பெரிய சாதனையாளனாகவும் இந்த 6 இன்ச் நாக்கு உருவாக்கும். ஸோ நாம் என்ன செய்ய வேண்டும்? ஒன்றும் பெரிதாக மற்றவர்களை துயரப்படுத்த தேவையில்லை. ஒரு சில வார்த்தைகள், அந்த வார்த்தைகள் நம்மேல் அன்பும் பாசமும் இருக்கக்கூடியவர்கள் அந்த வார்த்தைகள் மூலமாக மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு சாதனைகளை சாதிக்கக்கூடியவர்களாக ஆகிவிடுகிறார்கள். இதற்கு பணமோ காசோ ஒன்றும் தேவையில்லை. உற்சாகமான ஒரு சில வார்த்தைகளே போதும். ஸோ நண்பர்களை, இன்று முதல் உங்களிடம் ஒரு பழக்கத்தை வைத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். வேதனையுடன் இருக்கக்கூடியவர்கள், கவலையுடன் இருக்கக்கூடியவர்கள், கஷ்டத்துடன் இருக்கக்கூடியவர்கள், அவர்களுக்கு உற்சாக வார்த்தைகளை கூறுங்கள். ஆனால் அவர்கள் மேலும் மனது உடைவதற்காக சில தவறான வார்த்தைகளை பயன்படுத்தாமல் உற்சாக வார்த்தைகளை கூறுங்கள். அதுதான் பி ஆப்டிமிஸ்டிக் என்று சொல்வோம். நல்லதையே சொல்லுங்கள். பெசிமிஸ்டாக கெட்டதை சொல்லாதீர்கள். இத்துடன் அடுத்து வரக்கூடிய வீடியோக்களில் மற்றவைகளை பார்ப்போம். தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச்.